massage that like button, and let me tell y'all something. The like button has been quarantined for months, and she's frisky right now. So she wants to, a little bit rough, man, like pull her hair, go ahead and consensually. Yes, sir. Press that like button. Yeah.
I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Same chill. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Come, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Nobody fucking with me. Nobody fucking with me. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. I don't want nobody fucking with me in these streets. Come, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, I showed up here with the superior shirt. That's all I'm saying.
No.
You've been trying to roll with these shirts all night.
No, I mean, listen, I think that shirt is great. That's why I wore it a couple months ago on the show.
I wear it better. Copy
and paste.
You're like all the crusty white dudes that was the Men in Black before, and then Will Smith said, "I make this look good." Yeah, that's what happened.
And you're referencing one of the worst Will Smith movies. So,
Men in Black is a great movie.
Yeah, for children, for sure.
It's like out of my house.
Kids movie. Steven, who is it? Who made that? No, Barry Sonnenfeld. Barry Sonnenfeld makes ass.
That was a good movie. That was.
It's a popular franchise. That is true. It is popular.
Like right out the gate. Like as soon as you get here, you starting shit. Men in Black was a great movie.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
God damn. How are we even gonna get through this show?
Did you really like that last one with Chris Hemsworth and the girl that played Valkyrie?
I'm talking about the first one.
No. Did you like the last one with
I did not. I did not like the last one.
You didn't like it? What was wrong with that one?
I was bored.
You were bored? So when they put a black lady as the lead, you didn't like it no more.
Oh my God. No, it was no.
So, hey, listen, man. Like whatever reason you didn't like Tessa Thompson, I ain't nothing to do with that. Okay?
I said I didn't like that movie.
You didn't like that black lady. It's fine with me.
I said I didn't like that movie.
Okay.
Simple as that.
All right. I was asking why you didn't like that movie.
I was bored.
But what about it? What about her acting made it boring to you?
Nothing about her acting made it boring. The story itself was boring.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Her acting was just fine.
I got you. And is there a movie with a black female lead that you felt like was exciting?
There's a show.
Go full screen on Monty real fast, though. Let's see if we can figure this out.
Yeah, there's a show.
No. I didn't ask for a show. I asked for a movie.
A movie? I don't see a lot of movies. I see a lot of shows.
Do we have the Jeopardy music loaded up for Monty right now while he figures this out? You know what? Let me stop because he's going to mess around and quit the show.
Oh, my God.
I don't want that. That's not what I didn't come all the way to New Orleans to do the show with you just for you to quit.
No, I love Scandal. Scandal was great.
Scandal is not a movie.
But it's a show. It's a show. It's got a black lead.
No, I know what it is, but I know what I asked you, and you answered something differently.
But that should fit. That should fit.
JD Vanced me, bro. You JD Vanced.
That should fit. I did not JD Vance you.
You JD Vanced the shit out of me just now. Okay? I asked you about the economy. You started talking about Haitians in Ohio. I'm just trying to
yeah, well, they're eating the cats.
They're eating the dogs. Yeah, I love all the people that like took that shit and then went and found clips of Alf and used that like illegal aliens eating the cats.
Yeah, it's been an invasion from Melmac, y'all.
Yeah, listen, I was a huge fan of Alf because I feel like I was the only child that understood. I was like, see, I don't think it's funny that this dude is just talking about eating cat all the time. Nobody else. Just
like,
me?
No,
okay.
Just Gordon put us in stitches. Ain't no one
I
like
thought
you
it was
in
hilarious.
Huh?
So, yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Okay, all right, I'm getting ready. I'm getting to it. Okay. Okay, once again, everybody, we're not doing... Well, you know what? I'll do it after the introduction, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All this light on me, I feel like I'm in heaven right now. Like,
you can do this. Come on.
Okay.
You're in my house. You can be as loud as you want. Scream it.
And we are...
Say it with your chest.
We are live. Are we live, Monty?
We are live as fuck.
That's what I can hear myself yelling in from the other room. Like, look. Like you can literally hear it from over there. Like, it's so wild. There you go. Awesome. Welcome to Hannibal and Monty. I am Hannibal.
And I am Monty.
Oh, man. Just right out the gate. We just all off the tracks now.
I know.
So, just a quick update, everybody. If you didn't know, last week we did an episode where the marketing department made the suggestion that maybe we should lay off of saying the N-word.
Yeah.
And we did last week, and that episode made more money. So this week we are also, like, I don't know, like, just,
You people
just like,
what? It don't sound the same.
Listen, it's like Republicans on election years. We just gonna leave the niggas alone. Okay, we just leave. We just not gonna say it. So from now on, instead of saying the N-word, we gonna say you people. Okay, so that's the code word. So when you hear us say you people, then you know what we're talking about.
I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, man, you listen. I know you listen because you always be running on YP time. You know what I'm saying? You people time. So, that's all. I get it. I understand. But look, we're here now. We got it. We have a guest. We got a great show.
Oh yeah. We got a guest. Let's introduce our guest. Like you've seen him in the chat. You've seen him on the show before. One of my absolute favorite guests to have on the show. Ace motherfucking Wonder.
Yeah.
What's good, everybody?
What's up, you people?
To be here.
There we go. Zoe, drop some clues about Ace Wonder. What is in the chat?
What's good, my you peepers?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Man.
Been doing you people stuff all day. Made some squash blossoms. Did a wine tasting. Had a wine and cheese party.
Oh,
you
man,
peopling it up.
You living on another level from me, man.
Yeah.
Like Monty lives in that part of New Orleans that's trying to like sequester itself from this. That's trying to secede from the rest of New Orleans. We want our tax dollars to go to our own schools. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's all good though. It's all good. Yeah, Ace Wonder, good to have you back on the show. Hadn't had Ace on the show in a while, so it's good to have guests. And I'm doing the show live from Monty's house. I'm hanging out with Monty. I'm in New Orleans right now. I've been hanging out with Ace Wonder all week.
Yeah,
I'm
you
hanging
got
out
my
with
Optimus
Monty
Prime
right
sitting right there behind you.
doing the show live in person. Matter of fact, at some point in the show, I'm just gonna get up from where I'm at and just go walk into the room that Monty's in.
Yes, do it. Or I might walk into that room.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen, we could fuck their head up, man.
Yeah.
We can
yet still nobody will come to the West Bank.
Crazy. You know, Ace Wonder, the closest I go to the West Bank is listening to Jubilee West Bank thing.
Just will not like. That's
I don't know what news from the city I know.
It's so weird. Like, people treat the West Bank like it is just super far away, and it's really not. I mean, Monty though, like you like this little sequestered area, you know, it's like I can see the stars at night from here. That's how sequestered you are, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. I like it.
What random wildlife do you have just walking around out here? You know, like in Atlanta, we might have deer and owls. What do you have?
There's bunnies out there.
Bunnies?
Yes.
Lame.
I like bunnies. Yeah.
Weak ass wildlife you got out here, bro. All you got is prey, okay?
You ain't ever seen the Holy Grail? Them things will fuck you up.
The Holy Grail is a type of bunny?
No, Monty Python, the Holy Grail. You ain't never seen that? Them things will fuck you up.
Will Monty Python and the Holy Grail will fuck me up?
No, bunnies. Bunnies will.
It's a reference to a movie.
Oh, okay, all right, I got it. Monty's
Thank you, Zoe. Thank you for that.
So first he made a reference to a very terrible Will Smith movie, and now he's making a reference to Monty. Okay, I got you, Monty. I'm back. Caught up now.
You know what? I don't like you.
Monty saw a whole bunch of movies in the 80s and 90s and references those joints all the time. I'd be like, they made more movies, right? He'd be like, I don't need to see those. I saw all the movies I needed to see.
I saw enough.
Like, could you imagine if you went to, like, if the first time you went to a restaurant and had a good time, it was Arby's, and then you just never ate no other type of food? That's Monty.
I don't eat at Arby's. What are you talking about?
Yeah, we have the meats.
Yeah, I don't eat at Arby's.
It's like, I don't need anything else.
Yeah. No, I don't do that shit. Like, what are y'all talking about? Anyway, we got a show for y'all. We've been talking about this for a while. Me and Hannibal talked about it. Like, what if we sat and reviewed what we thought were the greatest albums with the worst cover art?
Yes, the best. I was trying to figure out a way how we could do a show that could combine our two expertises, right? You know, like my love of music, and Monty's love his music as well, right? But like, you know, my music experience with Monty's artistic experience, and then we combined them together, and I was like, hey, got this idea for a show. So we're gonna do great albums with shitty artwork, right? And then eventually we'll do a reverse episode where we do the worst albums with fantastic artwork. Yeah,
because there's a few of those.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and if you stick around to the end, I grabbed about 3 of these and did my take on them. What would make these album covers better? So we'll see that at the very end of the show.
Yeah, and listen, if y'all disagree with us, and I anticipate some disagreements here, then let us know in the chat. Let us know below if you agree or disagree with our choices. I personally love my list, you know, and there's one answer on there that I'm definitely expecting Monty's pushback on. He's gonna be like, this album art isn't terrible. This art is fucking great. I'm like, it's not though.
All right. Well, let's see.
Or like you know, listen. Maybe it's one of those pieces of art where it's a thinker.
Yeah. So what we did on this is each of us, Hannibal, and Ace Wonder picked 5 albums. And we're gonna go through and review those motherfuckers. We're gonna talk about them. We're gonna tell you. There were some interesting picks from y'all.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Justin Troy though says Arby's curly fries is okay. I'm like, but do you really want to live in a world with just okay fries? Okay.
I'd say Arby's curly fries are better than okay.
You think Arby's curly? You know how I know they're not better than okay? Yeah. There was never a situation where we was like, damn, we need some fries, and you was like, you know what? Arby's curly. That's what we need right now. Arby's curly is what you settle for. It's not what you want. It's like the girl that you end up going to homecoming dance versus the girl that you wanted to go with.
No, I don't think that's Arby's curly fries. I think there are situations.
It's definitely Arby's curly fries.
I think there are situations where you go Arby's curly fries. That's the fry I want right now.
I've never seen it.
Never? Just me? Just me.
And you gotta listen. You gotta understand. Monty dates differently than we do. You know, Monty, he has the whites.
You know what? Let's get into this first fucking album. How about that? How about that? The first one,
and then only ever eat dark meat chicken. He's so weird. Like
dark meat chicken is the shit. Let's get into these album covers. Let's go with one of Hannibal's picks first.
Okay, all right. Let's see what we get. All right, like what's the album?
All right, we got Limp Bizkit.
I wanted to save this one for last. No, I'll do it first. This is a great album to do first. I mean, I wanted to do this one. I wanted to save this one for last, but I will happily do this one first.
Yeah, we got Limp Bizkit, Chocolate Starfish, and the Hotdog flavored water.
Yes. Listen. First thing first. I thought this album was amazing when this album came out, right? And I was not a Fred Durst fan. I wasn't a Limp Bizkit fan, but this album speaks to my spirit. They got some certified bangers on it. That genre of hip rock that they helped popularize. It was so good. They had some certified bangers on this project. This album, top to bottom, I love listening to this album. There's some joints on there. I think one of these songs was actually like the theme song to one of the WrestleMania where like The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin fought for the belt. It was like two baby faces fighting for the belt, and it was like My Way was the song that they used in the WWE trailer. It was excellent hip rock project.
Yeah.
But this art though, okay? This art is ass. Look, it's got My Way on it, and it's got Rolling on here. It's got the WrestleMania theme song, and it's got the Undertaker theme song on here.
Yeah.
And look at this album. A bunch of dwarf demons sitting in hot dog meat.
Yeah, what? But I'm trying to figure out what's bad about it. Like,
Nigga, look at that shit. That shit is first off, it's disgusting, okay? This doesn't look like the cover of an album. This looks like the cover for a horror film that came out in the 80s that cost like $40,000.
Yeah, but the album is called Chocolate Starfish and the Hotdog flavored water. If we're talking about bad album
where's the Chocolate
titles,
Starfish at? You know,
it's also right in front. The Chocolate Starfish is right in front. It looks like a butthole.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to say. The Chocolate Starfish is a booty hole, okay? Booty hole and hot dog water. That's terrible. Awful.
Yeah, but this would have been appropriate for bad album titles, because that's what this is.
Yeah.
But that is a good album cover for the title that the artist had to work with.
Hey, they try to get. Listen,
they look like Titans.
Yeah, they do. They look like the Titans from Attack on Titan. They look like just a bunch of naked. Just like naked and sitting in hot dog meat I hate this album cover. I've always hated this album cover. I love this album and I 1000% hate this album cover.
Yeah,
like there were so many times that I almost didn't buy this album again because of this cover. I was like, fuck it, can you just give me the CD? You can keep the case it came in.
See, I'll challenge you. I think it's the title you hated more than the cover.
Destruction Inc. says, why did they choose Gollum as the model? Yes.
Good point. Good point.
It looked like go back to the album cover, it looked like a bunch of children with progeria. Terrible album cover. Look, Token Black Man says the Rollin' remix was dope as hell. Method Man, Redman, DMX, all on the same track. Fire.
Yeah, no, the Rollin' remix was
all
great.
That song needed was a better white rapper, and they would have been great.
Yeah, that's all it needed, really.
You know, they just switch out Fred Durst with, Eminem.
Yeah.
Oh, man, could you imagine that? Eminem, Method Man, Redman, and DMX all on one track? That would have been amazing.
Yeah, that's what should have happened.
Yeah.
So that's what absolutely should have happened. So yeah, I agree with you on this album. I love Chocolate Starfish and hot dog flavored water. Hate the album title. I don't have a problem with the album art because it goes with the title. Like it's a shitty title.
As an artist, Monty, explain it. Zoe, put it back on the screen. Monty, explain it to me because this has always been an off-putting cover for me. Like if you didn't know this was Limp Bizkit, if you didn't know the name of this album was Chocolate Starfish and Hotdog Flavored Water, and you just saw this image, would you want to listen to this album?
All right, I think the target might be off, or maybe not, because Limp Bizkit teetered that line with, being on the harder end, and because what I see is inspired by like old fucking Iron Maiden art, but take that inspiration and apply it to this stupid ass album cover, or album art, or album title, not cover. Apply that to that.
You was right the first time. Yeah. You said it. Okay, you had a Freudian slip where you accidentally said what you meant. Slip.
Apply it to that, and you end up with this. Like, there's the weird little creature holding the starfish in front. And look, the title is about fucking anal sex. So, yes, it's going to be off-putting. There's a butthole, and they're swimming in a bunch of hot dog water.
Where's the water?
Under the hot dogs.
I'm about to say, all I see is weenies, dog.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Sorry. That's not gonna mess with y'all money, huh?
I'm just saying, it was like I said, for as good as as fun as this album was, right? Now, let me say that. I'm not gonna speak to whether or not this is a good album, but I will say that this was a fun album when that hip rock, nu metal fusion became a thing, right? It was and I always thought Limp Bizkit had a fantastic bass player, right? Like,
yes.
The album is a fun experience to listen to, great workout music for bros. And just that album cover is ass.
It's got an ass on it.
And Monty just literally said it's anal sex, so that proves that it's ass. It proves I was right all along.
All right. Before we go on, Ace Wonder thoughts?
All right, I already gave it to you, man. I'm not a big fan of the cover.
All right.
I discovered the music a little late, so I wasn't on it when it came out. But by the time I got around to it, pretty sure through Hannibal.
Yeah.
I was all over this stuff.
All right. No, fair enough.
Yeah, and this album sold 6 million copies worldwide.
Oh, damn. All right.
Yeah, 6 million copies they sold of this project. It was number one in Australia, number one in number one album in Australia, number one album in Austria, number one album in Belgium, number one album in Canada, number one Dutch album, number one European album, number one German album, number one Irish album, number one New Zealand album, number one in Portugal, in Scotland, and in the UK and in America.
Here's a question: do you think it would have sold better with different art?
Oh, it definitely would have sold better.
You think it would have sold better with different art?
Absolutely sold better.
See, no, I don't think the art mattered on this one for how it happened. Like, Nookie was the first single from this, right?
Was Nookie the first song on this one, or was Nookie from the last album?
No, Nookie was from this one, right? Pull up the track listing. Was Nookie on this?
Boiler, My Way, Rollin'. Take a Look Around was number one on this one.
No, yeah, Nookie was their first album. All right, you're right. You're right.
Yep.
You're right. This is the second album. But they blew up, like, there was Faith and then Nookie. And everybody was like, "Oh, Limp Bizkit," and what was this one? My Way was the first one they put out. A Rollin'.
We got it. We listed like Cry Baby, 4 3 2 1. First time here. What album we talking about? We are talking about, like I said, great albums with shitty album art. Limp Bizkit's Chocolate Starfish and Hotdog Flavored Water. Loved it. I love this album, being especially in the 2000s, the Attitude Era switching to the Ruthless Aggression era. I was a big fan of The Rock, Stone Cold, Steve Austin, Undertaker, all of those guys. And to have My Way be the song for WrestleMania 2000, for Rollin' to be the American Badass Undertaker's theme song, like, it was just it checked all the right boxes. It was a perfect bro workout album when this project came out. And that cover, like when I tell y'all I passed on this album like 10 times because of that cover, just put that shit back on the screen. Put that shit back on the screen. But look at that. Like, do you know what this shit looked like? You remember that movie Critters that came out in the 80s? This should look like Critters. This shit looks like a B budget horror film, and then they was just like, oh yeah, this gonna be our album. This is trash. Okay, this was somebody who liked a lot of heavy metal shit in the 70s and 80s and tried to do their artistic interpretation in the 2000s and failed miserably.
See, I think they nailed it. I'll say they nailed it because of the album title. Nailed it.
Chocolate, Starfish, and Hotdog flavored water. Maybe the issue is that they just needed a better title for the album.
Yes,
maybe that's
that is the issue. That is the issue.
I still argue that they need some water.
You think water would have made it better?
I'm not sitting on a pile of wieners, man.
So would you rather sit on a pile of weenies, or would you rather be floating in some water with a bunch of weenies in it?
That might just not come out.
It's a lose-lose situation. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the water might make it grosser. All right,
right. I didn't. And again, if you guys agree with us or disagree with us, let us know in the chat, because we're gonna say a lot. Like I said, we're supposed to be talking about great albums with shitty album art, right?
Yes.
So this was my first pick. My first pick was Limp Bizkit's Chocolate, Starfish, and Hotdog flavored water.
All right,
just
we'll move
even
on.
Saying that shit out loud makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little. Monty, which you want to do one of yours or one of Ace?
Yeah, we're gonna move on to my pick. One of my picks. The next one. Next one we got is Pretty Hate Machine. 9 Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine.
Okay.
Yes. I fucking love this album. This was one of my first ventures into this type of music, because I grew up on like 80s rap and shit, because that's my brother. 80s rap and country music. That's what I grew up on. And this was one of the first albums I ever checked out and fucking fell in love. I don't know what the fuck this cover's supposed to be.
Wow. This album came out 2 days before my birthday in 1989. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And wait, what is it? Psychotic Assault says, I love this alt. All right, Psychotic Assault. What the fuck is it? That's not a Pretty Hate Machine.
Yeah, I actually don't. Is it an X-ray of a rib cage?
I don't know.
It looks like an Air Max 95.
Oh shit! See, nobody knew Trent Reznor was secretly a sneakerhead this whole time.
Isn't he though?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
All right, so I'm on Wikipedia. This is what Wikipedia says about the album cover art.
Yeah.
The cover art was designed by Gary Talpis, which is a photo of the blades of a turbine stretched vertically to create the illusion of a rib cage. Okay?
Okay.
For the 2010 reissue, visual artist Rob Sheridan was assigned to update the cover art by Reznor to tone down the heavy late 80s neon aesthetic. Unfortunately, Sheridan was unable to locate the original artwork as it was deemed lost forever. To remedy this, he had to reverse engineer the cover art by scanning the existing cover art and digitally painting the image in very high resolution. So it's the blades of a turbine stretched vertically to look like a rib cage.
No, I still fucking hate it. How? Why? If you have to explain it,
I just love the cover. I just love the colors. But yeah, I don't know what it is. Okay, so
yeah,
look, that's fair. Like, and look, if you like, and Pretty Hate Machine is a good album. There are other 9 Inch Nails. I've always been a huge fan of the Fragile album.
Yeah.
Their double album. I love
the cover of the Fragile though.
Say what now?
I love the cover of the Fragile.
Okay.
Like, it's super abstract and fun. This looks like it's supposed to be something. And my thing with this album, if I have to read an explanation of what it is, and I didn't catch it right off the gate, you missed the mark.
Okay. I am glad you said that because that is going to be my argument for a lot of these album covers. Okay, if you got to explain it to me, then maybe. You know, and look, listen. I'm not always the sharpest tool in the shed. Sometimes shit is lost on me. Okay, like sometimes it takes me a while to catch what everybody else is getting. Right. I'm just saying. I'm saving for when we get to these picks. Hey, I thoroughly enjoyed this album. I am not a fan of the pink on blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into the pink on blue. But I didn't think of this album as a terrible album art. But okay, I can see why you say this is terrible.
I've always hated this album art.
How do you feel about the font on Pretty Hate Machine?
I don't mind the font. It doesn't bother me. I think I love the sideways. Mm-hmm. I'd like a different image behind. Like, even if it said Pretty Hate Machine and there was just a person's face there, because that would speak volumes.
Okay, now that you know that it's a turbine that was made to look like a rib cage, if that turbine was used to like if that turbine, if a wife used that turbine to do something negative to her cheating husband, would that be okay? Like,
no,
if there was a backstory behind the turbine?
If it's the same art, no, it's still trash. But what they could have done was taken the gears of that turbine and made it more clear that they bent it to shape it like a rib cage. Like, let me see that that's what you did.
Okay. All right. I got you. Look, when I look, the first time I looked at it, I was like, this looks like a rib cage. Right? Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be a rib cage.
But you don't know what's being morphed into a rib cage. Here's my thing. Artistically great ideas, because that's a great idea. It's a great idea. Great ideas are great, but if you can't execute them, then the idea is gone. When nobody saw the idea. Nobody saw it.
Okay.
So I haven't seen this idea. Great idea. This is horrible execution of it.
Ooh, my good buddy Trent is not going to be a fan of you saying that, Monty.
He didn't make it. Somebody made it for him. They suck.
Yeah, but Trent had to sign off on it. Okay, Trent is very particular about shit like that, and honestly, he's gonna feel a way about it.
Yeah, well, you signed up on some trash, Trent Reznor.
Damn. Okay, you know what? The next time we go to his studio, you might not be invited behind this shit. Monty. I just want you to know.
Bring it on. I don't care.
Was it live action animation asked, was it more important for you to see the rib cage or what made the rib cage? Yeah, that's a good question. Is it important that you saw the rib cage or that you knew it was a rib cage, or does none of that make a difference to you, Monty?
No. Here's what's more important. You read that description, and that description was, all right, that's a cool idea. It's most important to see that without having to read it.
Yeah. If you got to explain the joke, then it's probably not.
Yeah, that's what's most important. To see that idea, because that's my job as an artist. People send me words, and I have to hand them a picture that says those words, so they never have to type those words again.
Okay. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Big fan of Pretty Hate Machine. Not my favorite Nine Inch Nails album. I thoroughly enjoy Pretty Hate Machine, but like 80s Nine Inch Nails sounds different than all the other Nine Inch Nails that came after it.
Yeah.
Like this is not the same Nine Inch Nails that gave you Hurt and I Want to Fuck You Like an Animal, right?
Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah. This is
totally different Nine Inch Nails.
This is Trent Reznor like figuring shit out, throwing stuff against the wall to kind of see what works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's a print, like Prince's first album that came out in like 78 or 79. It's got this real kind of funky disco feel to it. Yeah. And it's like, if you think about what the album is solid. It is a solid project, right? It's like Stevie Wonder's first project. It's a solid project. But it is also, when you think of this artist at their peak, this sound is not the sound you would associate with Nine Inch Nails.
No. And Drunken Peasants is in the chat. Who's the guy in the bandana ducking me because I exposed him for having relations with his parents? I am not ducking you. I have been busy. I will get in touch with you. You'll hear from me soon.
Listen, okay. I was speaking. So first off, somebody drop one of the clues bombs for drunken peasants hanging out with us in the chat. Ben Pye, Young Bill Fridge, great friends and fans of the show. We've been on this show many a time, and they've been on our show a few times as well. We've partnered and collabed. We were actually in Seattle for their 1,000th episode.
Yes,
a couple of years ago.
Fucking fun.
You know. They'll be on 2,000 episodes. They almost got to 2,000 episodes by the time we finished the rebrand.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, you'll hear from us. us.
Yeah, I got it. So listen. You heard it from Monty first. You will hear from us.
Yes.
Soon.
Yes. It's been fucking nuts over here.
Nuck and futs over here.
Yeah, nuck and futs. But anyway, time. Let's get to the third one. Third one is an Ace Wonder pick. And he picked up...
let's see what we got.
Cameron's Confessions of Fire. Check this out. Tell him a little bit about it, Ace.
I said, love this album, actually. But matter of fact, I don't love the album. I have like 2 or 3 songs on this album that I really like. But the cover always, even when we were young, the cover was just weird to me. He kind of looks like a stripper.
He does.
You know? Yeah, he does look like a male stripper. Like it's definitely giving Val Venus. Hello, ladies. Like,
and I kind of got played. I bought the single on this album first, so I got the songs I liked, and then when I went back to buy the album, this was the album.
What was the single on this project?
It was Horse and Carriage was the one that caught me.
Yeah, Horse and Carriage. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then he also had a song on this album called Glory.
Yep.
Where they sampled a Ric Flair, or Mr. Olympia theme, and he raps on top of that. Yeah, I thought that shit was dope too. But he definitely lost some points once I seen his cover though. So just so you know, just to show you how much of it. So for those of y'all who don't know, Ace Wonder is my production partner. He and I have been making beats together for a very long time. So when you guys hear any music on the shit on Hannibal and Monty, right?
Yeah.
All the music you hear, all the audio you hear is produced by me and that man over there. It's actually 3 of us. Myself, Ace Wonder, Johnny Facebook famous Brasco. You will never see Johnny Brasco on the show. He is shy. So it just he is. But yeah, the Ace Wonder is the man I do all my music with, and it's funny because I started to pick this album for my list too as well. And
we've had discussions about this album.
Yeah, this cover is ass, man. Put Cameron back on screen.
Do we have to?
Yeah, put it back on screen. Put it back on screen. Look at this shit. First off, if I could see your nipples in the cover, we got a problem. I don't want to see your nipples on the album art, okay?
Yeah, man.
It definitely looks like male stripper vibes. I don't like the Usher goggles or the Usher 2000 goggles on his head. I don't like whatever that is he's forging in the fires of Mount Doom back there. And you know what? I'm gonna say it. I don't like the dumbass apostrophe in your name, Cameron. Okay? You a talented rapper. What's that shit there for? Okay? We don't need that. Yeah, but that Glory song that Ace Wonder was talking about was produced by the legendary Swiss Beats. So dropping the clues behind Swiss Beats, making hot ass beats on this terrible album cover with good music.
Oh, you know what else is on this album?
Huh?
Can I curse? I know we got rules and regulations now.
We just not saying the N-word no more. We got to say you people.
Yeah, you got to say you people
now on.
No. The fuck you song is on here.
Oh yeah, right. So yes. So all right. So the sample that we used, the Millie Jackson song that we sampled to make the Fuck You Symphony, that same sample is also on this Cameron project.
It's actually the first time I heard that sample.
Yeah.
Oh wow. All right.
Yeah. But yeah, Monty, tell us what you think as an artiste, right? It's hold on, let's see. The year is 1998. Yeah. And then Cameron, a young rapper from Harlem, comes to you and he's like, "Hey, yo, son,
My stomach has a hard time processing dairy. I got this album coming out called Confessions of Fire. I need an album cover, right? What do you think of this album art?
Oh, it's fucking dog shit.
Damn,
Monty. That's what we come up with. Like, you looking like the blue collar Thor, mighty Thor. Like,
yeah.
Stop. First off, that's a sledgehammer. What do you need them gloves for? What were you making? And why did your employer let you come in? OSHA's coming in the door any minute to shut you down for dressing like that. Like, you people, where's your shirt?
I'm a fan of Cam, man. So I'm gonna err on the side that somebody must have pushed him into doing this. I think wasn't this his first album?
Yeah, this was his first. As far as I know, this was Cameron's first album, and I thoroughly enjoyed this album. I loved his style of rapping, and like at that time, the only two rappers I knew from Harlem was Cameron and Mace. And Mace, when he was at Bad Boy, his style seemed very pop. Yeah, it was very pop. It was very bubbly. It was very, like it felt softer, right? And then Cameron was like, it was like that same kind of style of delivery, but he was saying some harder shit, and I thought that was dope. It was harder shit, and the beats was harder. So he was saying some raw shit. He was talking about selling drugs and shooting you people in the face, and I was like, oh man, this shit is so dope, And then that album cover, I was like, oh, it's nipples. Listen, I don't want to see your nipples on the album cover, and it doesn't matter who it is, okay? Whether it's Lil Wayne on the Carter 2 or if it's 50 Cent on Get Rich or Die Trying, I don't want to see your nips, okay?
Yeah.
Hashtag no nips.
50 Cent did it again on his second album. It was just sketched over.
Yeah, I just don't even want it. Just hand me the CD. You can keep the book that it came in. I don't even want the case. Just give me the album, please.
Give me the thing with the music on it. That's all I want.
Yeah. Listen, then they put, sometimes they'll put these niggas, these you people images on the art itself. So I got to use some whiteout to cover their nipples.
Wait, did you actually put whiteout to cover the nipples?
So here's the thing. I initially was using a Sharpie, but then it just made it look like darker nipples. So I had to show you.
Is whiteout still a thing?
Yeah, they still make whiteout.
They still sell whiteout? Oh.
Liquid paper. Hey man, like you might not know this, but a woman actually invented liquid paper. But also a man invented actual paper.
Oh my God. The thoughts of Hannibal and Monty do not necessarily reflect the thoughts of Monty.
Thank you. Last episode of the shit show. I haven't learned anything. Yes.
Destruction Inc. says, what about Nicki Minaj's nipples?
Yeah, same. Like I said, I don't want to see the nipples on the album cover, right? Because here's the thing. I feel like if you allow certain people to show their nipples, then you gotta allow everybody to see their nipples. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to see Fat Joe's nipples. Okay? I don't want to see DJ Khaled's nipples. Okay? So if that means that I have to sacrifice Scarlett Johansson's rock album nipples, so be it. Okay? Listen, I you can keep Beyonce nipples and Janet Jackson nipples. Keep all of those nipples if that also means that I can avoid Fred Durst nipples. That's fair.
Okay.
That's my personal nipple opinion. Okay, we all feel differently about the nips. That's how I feel. I don't want to see the nips on the album cover. No nips, no tips.
All right, fair enough.
Destruction Nigga said, I think the hammer is plastic. Is the hammer plastic? Is that a plastic hammer?
I don't know. Let's look. I mean, that could be plastic.
Man.
He got that from the Halloween spot.
Yeah, it could be. Man, it doesn't look like he's really holding it up.
How do you feel about the font in the bubble, right, that has his name in fire?
No, that all looks stupid, too. It's horribly composed. Like, look, let's take out the parental advisory thing, because it wasn't designed with that in mind. That's where they put it. Mm-hmm. But on composition alone, not only is the image bad and OSHA's about to shut this factory down, but why is the name touching his head? It shouldn't be touching his head. And why is that perfectly centered at the bottom when we got all this space over here that's doing nothing on the left side? Like, we're not playing with the negative space right. It's awkward to look at. Your eye doesn't know where to go when you look at this. It's trash design.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is terrible.
Yeah, and Cameron and everybody in Harlem was deceived because there was a whole other ring that got made that had power over all the other rings. So, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Do better.
Zano Scarther said Jonah Hill, hashtag Jonah Hill nip slip. No, we don't. I don't want to see Jonah Hill's nipples. All right. Ape Trait says, don't say you never learned nothing on Hannibal. Listen, we try to keep it 1,000 with y'all. Okay, well, okay, there we go. All right, good to know. What's the we doing the next Hannibal?
Yeah, we're gonna do the next Hannibal one. The next Hannibal one we got is Nas's Stillmatic. Check this out.
Yeah. Nas is Stillmatic. Okay, so let me before we talk about the album art, let me talk about the album first.
Yeah.
I am a big Nas fan. Like let's start there. I am a big Nas fan. I think Nas is one of the greatest rappers of all time. There's a reason that he typically pops up in the top 5 of the greatest rapper of all time list. You know, a lot of people have him at number 1. He pops up on a lot of lists, and he's got a lot of great albums. Like, you know, Illmatic is arguably a classic. It's perennially considered a hip hop classic. Illmatic, I Am, Ace, what's the one I'm forgetting? The second album. It was written.
Yeah, thank you. No.
Yeah, it was written. Fantastic album. I Am, fantastic album. And he's recently won a bunch of Grammys for Rap Album of the Year. I think he won it like 2 times in a row. For the King's Disease Project. He is a well-known lyricist, fantastic delivery, great storyteller. I cannot say enough good things about Nas. And as talented a rapper as he is, and as big a fan as I am, I've actually never seen Nas live before, right? Yeah. Which is super weird because I've seen everybody live. But this album in particular, like, for me, this is my favorite Nas album. This was the album that Nas released when he and Jay-Z were having their famous beef.
Yes.
When Jay-Z put out The Takeover, Nas counterpunched with Ether, that shit that make your soul burn slow. Ether was on this motherfucking album, and he could have just gave us Ether and just gave us a mid-album that he just rushed a bunch of joints out. But nah, he didn't do that. He gave us Rewind on this album, and he gave us One Mic on this album. This man gave us multiple classics and hits on this fucking project. Top to bottom, front to back. I love every song. I'm like, there's one song on this project I don't like. There's one song is produced by Trackmasters. Everything else, and that there was a time where Trackmasters would always have the worst song on everybody's album, right? Even on the Blueprint, Jay-Z's classic, there's one song on it that's skippable, produced by Trackmasters. Tone and Poke, get your shit together. This album is amazing. I think it is definitely slept on by a lot of people, but this album is fucking fantastic. Which is why this gaudy album cover is so fucking lame. I hate that he's crouching. I hate that he's wearing orange. I hate I'm not a fan. I don't like that Still is in one color and Matic is in a different color. I don't like it. I've never liked this album. As much as I love this album, I have never liked this album art.
All right.
Never. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan. And it is very indicative of the time period that it came out in. But yeah, I'm not a fan. I don't like it.
Yeah. I look at it and I think, I agree with you. It's a bad album cover. Because to me, it looks like the pigeon is sitting there staring at him going, since when do humans shit here too?
That's
and
funny.
Nas
I didn't even notice
has shat his name out, or has shat his album title out on the stoop where the pigeon wanted to shit. That's what it looks like to me. So
this project came out on Samuel L. Jackson's birthday, which is also Stone Cold Steve Austin's birthday.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, like this album came out December 18th, 2001. Yeah, and it just, it's such a good album. Like, Rule, Got Yourself a Gun is on this project. It's such a good project. I love this. I absolutely 1000% love this album. To date, this is still my favorite Nas album. I'm not saying, like, he's got a song on here where he sampled If I Could Rule the World from Tears for Fears.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to rule the... Hey, that shit is so hard. That shit is amazing. Yeah, and it just I don't like this cover. I've never liked this cover. Of all the Nas albums, this cover is just, for how great the album is versus what that cover art looks like, it doesn't match. You know, I was like, he got on the orange jumpsuit. It's just it's very much, you know what it looks like? It looks like, put the cover art back on screen, Zoe. That it looks to me like a New York rapper was trying to imitate the pen and pixel stuff that they were seeing Cash Money and No Limit do back in the day.
That's exactly what was happening.
Yeah, this was the New Yorkers trying to do what they saw them doing in Louisiana. It was like, hey, this is what No Limit and Cash Money is doing. This is what we're going to do now. And I was like, but you shouldn't do that. Like, these aren't good album covers. Not one of those covers is good.
Oh no, yeah, they're all terrible.
We could have did a whole show on how bad No Limit album covers was.
Oh, all of them are trash.
Yeah, we could literally just go through their entire discography and just talk about how every Ghetto D and Charge It to the Game and The Game Is to Be Told and Not to Be Sold and Mr. Serv-On's project and Mia X's project. It doesn't matter. They're all bad. It doesn't matter. You can flip a coin. It doesn't matter. They're all bad.
Yeah.
And it seems like somebody in New York was like, somebody in Queens was like, hey, son, word is born, God. You know what I'm saying? I got my Timbs on. Somebody spilled some ketchup on my Wallies. You know what I'm saying? And then fucking they put this album cover out as trash. I don't like it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah. Ace, you got any more on this one?
I love the album. I'll be honest, I'm kind of learning a lot about the album cover for the first time now, because I never really paid it too much mind.
Yeah.
Not at the time, no, it really wasn't a big deal to me, because they're a little bit less aggressive with the pen and pixel than they do it around where we are. So I don't think it even showed up on my radar.
Yeah. Oh, and Destruction Inc. in the chat brought up a good thing. He was like, I put the cover back up, Zoe, one more time. Last time, Destruction Inc. pointed out that the towers are in the background of the picture. So this album came out in 2001. So they probably made this cover before 9/11 happened, and then just went ahead and released the album after 9/11. Because Jay-Z's album actually came out, like the Blueprint came out on 9/11. You know, and then a couple months later, Nas dropped this album. So it was like Jay-Z had The Takeover come out. That was the Blueprint come out, and in his diss song to Jay-Z to Nas, The Takeover was on it. Fantastic song, by the way. Like Kanye West produced it. Jay-Z wrote a banger, and it was great. Like I have no notes about that song. That beat, like in the war of who, like the Ether beat is not as good as the Takeover beat. Right?
Yeah.
But we don't listen to Ether because the beat is good. Nas tore that beat to pieces.
Yes, he did. Yeah, Nas won that. And the Takeover, like, no slight on the Takeover. Fucking great song.
That's fantastic.
But Nas, did what he said. He ethered him.
Yeah, like Ether is so good, right? Like Ether is so good that it has become a pop culture reference in the world of battle, in the world of hip hop, where if you destroy somebody so completely, it means you just ethered that person.
Yeah,
right. Like, it's so good that when Kendrick Lamar did Euphoria, right, and like one of the side effects of doing ether. Is Euphoria. Like like Kendrick recognized the greatness of it while he was beefing with Drake. And then he referenced it in Euphoria by naming the song Euphoria, because that is a side effect of ether.
Yep.
Yeah. And look, there's levels to this rap beef shit, man.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell y'all something real quick. Take note of this time. This moment on Hannibal and Monty is one of the rare times where we are in complete agreement.
No white ladies was harmed in this opinion.
Like, we both just agree. Like, I have no argument to anything you said.
Like Monty early was ready to end the show because of how much he didn't like Tessa Thompson, but we agree on this.
Oh my God!
And that lady didn't do you nothing, Monty. You need to give black women a chance. All right, what's the next album you got?
Next album is an Ace Wonder pick. Is Lil Caesar Leo.
Oh my God!
Huh?
Oh what a
wait.
great
Wait! Oh no, it's me. It's me.
Yeah.
It's the next one. The next one is a me pick. It is Michael Jackson Thriller.
Man, get the fuck out of here.
Y'all don't agree?
Get the entire fuck out of here.
Y'all don't agree?
Man, this shit is. You know what? I gotta hear what Monty got to say first. I'm not finna argue with you. I'm ready to argue with you.
We friends, man. I'm gonna go ahead and take a walk on this one. Y'all.
No. Hang around. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, he left.
He really left. Oh, look, he really left.
And you look at Ace's background, you can see off the wall on the wall.
Wait, put it back.
Go back
Let's look at his background.
Look at that, off the wall right there.
Yeah.
Big Michael Jackson fan. So here we go.
Yeah, off the wall. I got no problem with that album.
I want to hear what you got to say. I'm not going to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, now put the Thriller album cover back up.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, I am a huge fan of this Michael Jackson album in particular. Mm-hmm. Love this album. As a kid, I had the vinyl of this album, but the special edition vinyl, where it was Michael Jackson printed on both sides, and you know how some kids carry a blanket and shit around with them all the time? I used to carry that album everywhere I went. It was like your Ernie, Zoe. I took that motherfucker everywhere. I love this fucking album. But my problem with this album cover is why Michael Jackson Thriller. And then there's that picture of him in a white suit just leaning there looking at you. Why? Why? What does that have to do with Thriller?
Monty, Darryl, you want to answer this? Or you want me to answer this one?
Nah, you can go ahead and answer it. I gotta get my emotions in check here.
I'll tell you, Monty. He's leaning to the sides because he's like, no, Zoe, put the cover back up. You don't need me on the screen right now. He's leaning to the side because he's like, ladies, you want some dick tonight? That's what that is. That's ladies. You want some dick tonight? That's what he's doing. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Get some dick tonight. That's what Michael Jackson is letting you know. Okay? That's why he got the shirt kind of zipped down a little bit. He got that godlike aura behind him, like that light shining in the background and shit. He's trying to let y'all know, ladies, I'm gonna give you the time of your life. You're gonna see God when we finish tonight.
That ain't got nothing to do with the album cover, and the fucking track, the title track, has nothing to do with any of that.
I'll give you that much. But
not a goddamn thing to do with it.
At least half my favorite albums have dudes on the cover with this same pose.
Yeah, but if you're gonna go with this cover, call the fucking album Michael Jackson Billie Jean. Because that's what he wore in the Billie Jean video.
So you think they should have called it Billie Jean?
Yeah, it only sold over 100 million copies.
Yeah, but it's still bad. It don't make it good. The album's good. The album is fucking incredible.
So you think
I just staunchly disagree with you on this one.
All right. The album is fucking incredible.
I have the artists on this one.
I have zero notes on the album itself.
Yeah, this album cover is fire, bro. I just listen, I might be biased too because I'm a big Mike fan.
I'm super biased, man. Like nothing I'm saying has got any logical value right now at this point.
Yeah, look. Michael Jackson is great, but he did not design this album cover. Somebody else did it.
And I love that guy too.
Oh my God.
Anybody that was involved, man. Ron Temperton, Quincy Jones, Bruce Lee. Love all those guys, man.
Yeah, Monty, so you feel like if he was going to do Thriller, then he should have did this in the red leather jacket and laid to the side?
Something.
Then you'd have been okay with it?
Something that makes you think Thriller I don't think Thriller when I look at that cover.
So what, keep in mind, Monty, that he's got to like not scare the shit out of white people, right? Like he needs this album to be something big. And you're saying, and the last album when he put out Off the Wall, it was one of the biggest albums on earth at the time, and didn't win the major awards it was supposed to win. And the thought process was the album, they perceived the album as too black.
Yeah.
So he wanted to find a way to make the album more palpable to a larger audience.
Yeah.
So they got this black man in a white suit laying down, and Monty said, "I'm offended."
I'm not offended. I think it's trash album art for the album that it's representing. Like I
can't go with that, but I do understand where you cover from. I don't think they put really much time into the album cover. It was like that. Let's take a picture and let's get this thing out.
Yeah, any other album art would have worked. Like call the shit Michael Jackson is sitting on top of the world, like Eddie Murphy said in Beverly Hills Cop. And that would have worked for this. I'd be like, cool.
Point out, Mom, this is the same person that was like, yeah, man, that chocolate Starfish and hot dog flavored water, this cover's pretty good. And he was
because
like,
it went with the fucking title.
Thriller.
It matched the fucking title. This does not match the title.
Okay, Monty's a hater. Learn something today. All right. One of the greatest albums of all time. I actually have somebody that I work with. I won't say who because I don't want to put nobody on blast. That feels like this album is mid, right?
Really?
Mid to trash.
No, this album is not mid to trash.
That name and their current location.
No, this is a great. I told you how much I love this fucking album growing up.
Yeah, and matter of fact, that same person said that Michael Jackson if Michael Jackson was born in the social media era, would never have been the size star that Michael Jackson was. Because
you're right, he would have been bigger.
His argument is in the social media era, Michael Jackson, like there are a million other people that like the first time people saw Michael Jackson, like this is his argument, and I'm doing my best to recite it exactly the way he gave it to me. He said that when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk for the first time in the 80s and people saw it, it was their first time seeing it ever. For a lot of people, it was their first time ever seeing somebody do that dance. But if you had done that in 2024, like the first time you see somebody do the moonwalk, you would immediately have a million other kids out here doing the exact same thing because that's the nature of social media, right? So he's like, you know, because other people could replicate it, then... You know, because it could be so easily replicated. He also feels like a lot of those songs are just mid to ass.
All right. Well, look, Token Black Man in the chat said, Monty say, Monty sa, Mamaku, shut your ass up, Monty.
There it is. Zoe, drop water, clues, bombs for Token Black Man number 7.
That was a good one. That was
fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, and like again, if y'all agree or disagree with Monty's choices, let us know in the chat how you feel.
Hey, I stand by it. I stand by it.
Oh yeah, listen, I know lots of people that be loud and wrong. Okay, it happens all the time, Monty. What's the next album?
All right, the next album was the one that I jumped the gun on. It was the Ace Wonder pick, Lil C's a Leo. Check it out. Here we go. There we go. All right.
It's pink. I remember this.
God.
Man.
Oh my
Here's
God.
the worst thing. I don't even think I love this album. I just hate this album cover.
Or, I'm sorry. The wonderful world of Caesar Leo. I should have said the whole thing. But continue, Ace Wonder. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I was saying I originally thought that this was the album that Crush on You was on.
Right, that's what I thought. I was checking.
And it is not. It is not on this album.
Who was on this album then?
Nothing.
Nothing
that I really remember. I just remember this album cover. Like, I would just pass it and just be negatively affected every time.
So not necessarily a great album, just bad art.
Yeah, thought it was a great album, and then it didn't have that song on it, and then horrible album art.
So it double disappointed you.
Yeah, and
Gotcha.
I spent money on this album too.
Damn.
I bought this album. Yeah.
You know,
and you bought it?
Yeah, because you know, it's one of them things where you think something's gonna be on there,
Yeah.
and then it's not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not like now where you can kind of preview everything. You got to go buy it to find out what's on there half the time.
Yeah, but remember, a few years later, they introduced those stores where you could go listen before you buy?
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
A few. The key words there is a few years later.
Yeah. No, I understand what you fell into. I got it.
I was having a conversation today with a 22-year-old singer from Indiana, and I was explaining to him how, back in the day, you had to go to a store and buy an album. So it was you couldn't. There was no way for you to just pay $5 or $6 and stream everything ever made. It was no. You had to go spend $10, $20 on an album. And if you got it and it was trash, you had to just make yourself like it. Let me listen to it again. Maybe there's something I missed.
You had to buy it just to find out if you liked it or not.
Yeah, and then they eventually introduced stores like FYE and Warehouse Music and the Virgin Megastore. Was it Virgin Megastore?
Yeah, Virgin. The Mushroom in New Orleans
Tower
started doing it.
Where you could where you could go to and they were like local places like in Atlanta and New Orleans. We had Peaches and
Mushroom.
What was the one uptown? Mushroom something?
Yeah, the Mushroom.
It's still there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the Mushroom. Yeah, they were like different places that you can go, and they started allowing people to go in and preview the albums first. I don't know if y'all remember the times where they would let you check out the album, but it wouldn't play the whole songs. It would only play like 60 seconds of a song, or like 30 to 60 seconds, and then fade out.
Yeah.
Trash. So there was a time where you was like every week you was literally risking it all for these projects, and a lot of us spent hundreds of thousands. Matter of fact, real quick, everybody in the chat that is old enough to know what the fuck we talking about right now, drop the name of an album that you spent money on, then was ass and you was mad about it. Okay, let us know in the chat something that you bought and you was like, damn, I wasted my money on this shit.
I'm gonna think on that. I'll have it by the end of the show.
Yeah. Let us know what that is. You know what I'm saying? Like fucking. Mine's is oh shit. What was the Nas album that had Uchi Wally on it? That joint. I didn't like that album at all. You know what else I didn't like? I didn't like Mr. Cheek's Lights Camera Action album.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I wasn't with that.
I got a classic one for you. I spent money on Stevie Wonder's Secret Life with the Plants.
Oh, Secret Life of Plants. Yeah, I didn't understand what that album was supposed to be at the time.
Right. I was thoroughly disappointed at the time. I didn't understand what was happening.
Dragon in the West says that crap album would be the one that you would use to clear out the house when the party was over.
Yep.
What was what was that big band shit that got real popular like at the end of the 90s, early 2000s? The Mighty Boss Stones.
Mighty Boss Stones.
The Mighty Boss Stones. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know those you people that put out Who Let the Dogs Out.
Yeah. That Collective Soul album is one I bought. I forgot the name of it.
Yo, what's the dude that just died? Be My Butterfly, Sugar, Baby.
Oh, yeah, from what's the name of that? Come, my lady, come, my lady. Savage? No, not Savage Garden.
No, it wasn't Savage Garden. It was what was the name of that band? I'm gonna just Google it. Butterfly Song.
Yeah, we talked about them on the show. Fuck.
Yeah, that album was ass. I did that. Hey, like literally, there was that song, and the rest of that album was just Crazy Town.
Crazy Town. Yes.
Yeah. Rest in peace to the dude that died recently, the lead singer of Crazy Town that just died. That album was trash. rough time. Yes, thank you, Psychotic Assault and Vapion. Crazy Town.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Sugar Ray.
No, it wasn't Sugar Ray. You know, Sugar Ray was just generally ass.
Yeah.
So that wasn't, you know.
Yeah. No. But yeah, all right. So yeah, that was Lil C's Wonderful World of Cesar Leo.
Petty Patty said Hoover stank.
All right. There you go. There you go.
Damn. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Hoover stank. That's another one of them ones where it's just like, and that was a thing. Like, you would buy an album, and you buy it because you like the single, right? And then you'd be like, all right, I'm gonna check this out. And then you check it out, and you'd be like, you don't like nothing but the single.
Yep. Like, God damn it, they got me again.
Got me again. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just paid $15
I used to feel like that
song.
listening to mystical music too. Like, I've actually never liked a mystical album.
Really?
Like, I love his voice. I love his delivery. I don't like none of his albums.
Really?
Not one. Yeah.
Honestly, it was like that with a lot of them No Limit albums.
See, I like mystical. Like, I remember whenever my cousin would come back home, because he'd leave and spend a few weeks with his mama and come back.
Mm-hmm.
He came back and it was like he was on mystical like every week. He's like, you gotta check out this mystical album. That first mystical album I love, because he'd always come back just completely on mystical.
You talking about his local stuff, or you talking about his national stuff?
His local stuff.
Okay, yeah, like, okay, yeah, and you know what? That's actually the asterisk I need to put in there. Like, I like his first local album. I thought that was incredible.
Yeah.
However, I was also in middle school, and fucking, I had terrible taste in everything then. So I can't, that can't be trusted.
Yeah. No, I get that.
Look, listen, check this out. I want to read some of these options. Zanos Carthage says, I have an unhealthy love with Sugar Ray. That's hilarious. Dragon in the West says, Chumbawamba was an album. There were only like 2 good songs. Paid full price for a mid album. That's one of those joints.
Yep.
Who else? Is that it? I thought there was another one. I thought somebody else said something. Yeah. Okay. All right. All
right.
Listen, I definitely want and throughout the show, let us know if there was an album you bought. Yeah. And if you were old enough to remember a time of buying, or if you were the iTunes generation and you downloaded an album and then you was like, damn, I paid $10 for this shit and I ain't like nothing on this motherfucker. let us know what that album is. Let's call these sons of bitches out today. All right.
Yeah.
If you didn't like the album, let's talk about these motherfuckers today.
You put all the work into that one track and just gave us shit. Yeah. No, I'm with it. And wait.
Okay.
So we'll move on to the next one real quick. We got a Hannibal pick, and this was Kanye West's Life of Pablo.
Yeah, man, Life of Pablo is just, and I kind of got to piggyback on Ace Wonder on this one. Because it was tough to be like, I had to find albums that were great. Because typically, if an album is great, right, then the album art kind of becomes, like iconography.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if the album is great, we tend to celebrate the album art because we have an association. We associate the greatness of the music and the way it made us feel with the album cover, right? So I don't want to say that this album is great because it's not a great Kanye album. I wouldn't even go as far to say that this is a good Kanye album. For me, this album is Kanye West cycling through all the different eras of Kanye. There's some stuff on here that feels like College Dropout. There's some stuff that feels like Late Registration and Graduation. There's some stuff on here that feels like 808s and Heartbreaks. But then there's some shit on here that sounds like Yeezy, the Yeezus album. And there's some stuff on here that sounds like there's all these different incantations of Kanye on this project, and some of it's good. There's some good songs like No More Parties in LA with him and Kendrick is dope. The song with him and Rihanna, what's that song called? Famous. Like he's like, he's something. I know I'm the best, and somebody tell Taylor Swift we might still have sex. I made that bitch famous, and at the end of the beat, that shit just switches from like this old hard ass hip hop joint, and it switches to like some fucking reggae shit at the end. Like this album has bits and pieces on it where it's like, oh, I can see the greatness and the genius that is the sociopath narcissist that is Kanye fucking West. Yeah. Right? But then there's also some shit on here that's trash. There's a song called Feedback, right? Where it is literally the sound of feedback with drums on it.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah.
Fucking trash. Yeah. Absolute trash. He had Andre 3000 come to the studio, and while he was in the studio, he just had Andre sing on some stuff. Like, you got arguably one of the greatest lyricists of all time in the studio, and you had him sing? Like, if I got Andre 3000 in the studio, I'm not asking this man to play flute. I want verses. You know, and that's what he did. So it was just, like this album I'm conflicted because there's stuff on this project that I love. There's stuff on this project that I don't quite understand, and there's stuff on this project that's ass. But what's really ass is this album cover. Because what even is this? Yeah, I don't understand. I've never understood what this is supposed to be, right? I don't know who this white lady with this BBL is in the bottom of the album art. I know Monty could tell us what it is, who she is. I'm sure they've dated a few times. I don't like this album. I've never liked this album cover. I think this album cover is trash.
Yeah. All right. I'm in agreement with you. This is trash. If like when I look at this, mm-hmm. I don't know what went on behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. To me, this looks like they hired a designer or got some in-house designer or something and said, all right, the album's called Life of Pablo. Start working on the cover. And he started grabbing all the files he or she started grabbing all the files they thought they needed, mm-hmm. throwing them into a document sized for an album cover and started working. And deadline they didn't know about hit, and they're like, whatever you got, send it to us now. Well, I'm still working. Just send us that. Because this looks like I'm preparing to design an album cover.
Mm-hmm.
My bet is that Kanye probably went through like 100 covers to get this, and then he fought for this one too.
Oh, I hope not.
So check this out. Wikipedia has a breakdown on the artwork and title, right? So I want to read. I'm gonna share this with everybody right now. February 11th, 2016, Kanye West revealed the album's artwork designed by Belgian artist Peter de Potter. De Potter's level of fame at the time was not as great as that of artists such as George Kondo and Takashi Murakami, who had previously designed cover art for Kanye West, as de Potter had collaborated with fashion designer Rafe Simmons in the past, and West had cited him as an influence. There was much speculation that Simmons was the reason the two became involved with each other. The artwork was described as a postmodern cover, and it displays the album's title in all caps, as well as featuring a small family photo in the bottom corner. West shared another cover for Life of Pablo on the same date with the phrase "which one" on it, which was that was included on the notepad of the final track list, and a cropped photo of British model Shanice Halil that shows her buttocks. This artwork was used for the official release. Kim Kardashian reportedly chose Shanice Halil for the artwork. After this information was revealed, Halil's Instagram popularity increased. Why did they increase that? It include that into the story? That's not necessary.
I don't know.
In response to being selected, Halil said in the interview with the New York Daily News that she couldn't be more flattered and honored that both West by thanking both Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
Wow. No.
That didn't tell me nothing. I just want to say that.
Well, it sounds like it's pretty close to what I said.
Yeah. You know what? Zoe, drop one of the opposites of clue bombs for this album cover right now.
She can't because she's in the bathroom right now.
No, I know I'm talking shit because I see her walking through the house. Also, Zoe be finding a way to just do everything. I don't know how she be running this show. I'm here and I need to be in the room with her, watching her do this work right now because I don't know how the fuck she be doing this shit.
She's a badass. That's how.
Yes, she is. Ooh, Dragon in the West says the different incantations of Kanye. I know you meant incarnations, Hannibal. Yes, I did. Thank you very much. But the image of Kanye as a wizard is making me laugh so hard right now. I would love it if they did a version of Lord of the Rings where Kanye played Gandalf, but you give him all the same dialogue, but just let him say it as Kanye. I never understood why in fantasy movies and TV shows, everybody sounds like they're from the UK or or like the UK, or like they sound like they're from Ireland or New Zealand or some shit like that. How come we can't have a motherfucking wizard that sound like he from West Memphis?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Give me a wizard trying to say Cuban on Cuban. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Yes, incarnations, not incantations.
Yes.
Yeah. Incarnations of Kanye West. Thank you very much, Dragon in the West. I appreciate that. Yeah. Vapion says, listen here, Hannibal, this cover is for people like me that like two things, my family and ass. Put the cover back on the screen. Yeah. Whose family is that? Nobody knows. You know, just like
family and ass, right there.
We know more about the girl than we know about the family.
Isn't that how it goes in life, though?
I guess so. I mean, yes, I do know a lot about ass, but I don't know anything about that family on the album cover.
Well, it's the wedding day. I know that. It is the wedding day.
Yeah, not a fan. not a fan at all. And then it didn't make it. And what makes it worse is that I didn't love this album. Like, I liked things about this album. Like, up until this point in my career, I had heard, like, I remember listening to College Dropout. College Dropout is one of my 10 favorite albums of all time. Yeah, it is easily, I don't have to think about it. It is easily one of my 10 favorite albums of all time. It is absolutely my favorite rap album of all time.
Yeah.
Right? Love College Dropout. I love the production. I love the storytelling. I love the writing. I love everything about it. I love Jesus Walks. I don't even go to church, okay? Love that song. That fucking song is great. Love that project, Slow Jams. I love that. I like We Don't Care, the intro song. I love the guy pretending to be Bernie Mac in the beginning of this. Like, I can sing the praises of that album for a very, very, very long time. Love College Dropout. Love Late Registration. Love the first half of Graduation, right?
Yeah.
And it was like, and every time I would listen to a Kanye project as a music producer, I would hear stuff that would be like, damn, I gotta go step my game up, because I'm listening to what he's doing, and I'm like, yep, okay, I hear the levels of the ideas and the spaces where we could be pushing ourselves to be more creative and more free with our production, right? In every Kanye project, I was getting new ideas, right? Even with 808s and Heartbreaks, and I am not a fan of that project. It's not a bad project, but I wasn't a fan of that project. But even hearing Love Lockdown, I was like, it's giving me ideas. He's doing stuff that I've never thought about doing before. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, which, you know, with like there's things on it. And then we got to Life of Pablo. This was the first album I heard from Kanye where nothing I heard on this project made me feel like I needed to step my game up as a producer.
Wow. All right.
There was nothing on here that I felt like, damn, I got to go get back in the gym, because he's doing some amazing shit. And that isn't to say that there aren't some great things. Like I said, I think that Famous joint is super duper duper tough, right? Yeah. You know, and I think the beat for No More Parties in LA is very, very, very dope. There's a joint on the project that matter of fact, there's a what's that joint that him and the Dream got together on there? There's a song
Ultralight Beam.
Ultralight Beam, love that joint. Like, there's some shit on here.
My Hands is dope too.
Yeah, Father Stretch My Hands. That's the joint I was thinking about. Like, Metro Boomin, I think, produced that joint, and it was like hearing like Metro Boomin drums with a Kanye sample on it. Hearing like who is now the hottest trap producer in the game, right? Hearing his drums with Kanye West soul samples and chops on top of it, fucking brilliant. I love that shit. That shit was great. But at the same time, I was like, but we got joints like this stuff. we got these shits in the pocket already. So yeah.
Shit. Yeah.
Well, I really wanted to like this album. This was when I knew, like, I had like the writing had been on the wall for a while, but this is when I really was like, oh no, this man lost his you people lost his motherfucking mind.
Yeah. This is you can judge a book by its cover situation.
Yeah, you can absolutely judge the cover. You can judge the book by it, right? Yeah, this was the beginning of him becoming a black conservative. This is what that is. We didn't know it, but we knew it.
Yeah. So, yeah, there it is. All right. Well, that's that's our first batch. That was fun. Y'all are wrong about Thriller, but we're gonna take a little break, and we're gonna come back. We got some more. We got the rest of the list. And
we just not gonna talk about how he just tried to slide in that pot shot for no reason. You know what I'm saying? He just really just threw that shit in there. He was like, "Yeah, man. I mean, this album was trash, but whatever. We're gonna take a break." It's like, no, I'm okay. Yeah, just on that. And I want you to know, when I walked in the house, the first thing Monty did was made an iPhone iPhone's Android joke.
Not the first thing. I said, "There's your food."
No. It was like, listen, Monty was just firing wildly, and I caught a stray for no reason.
Yeah, you caught a stray. You caught a stray for sure. But that's all right. That's all right. So
Malcolm Little was like, Kanye never flopped though. Yeah, tell that to his self-titled what was it called, the Ye album? Yeah, ask that album how it did. Matter of fact, that whole run of 6-song projects that he did with Teyana Taylor and Nas and Kid Cudi. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
They didn't flip-flop, they just regular flopped. But go ahead.
All right. Yeah, we're going to take a little break. We're going to listen to another music video that me and Hannibal did, or me and TeamMFN. TeamMFN remixed this OutKast song. I did the video for it.
Oh, we're gonna get flagged on this, right?
Oh, we're gonna pull it after it's live. So catch it while it's live. It's gonna get trimmed up.
Okay, all right.
There we go. Here we go.
Underground thunder pounds when I stop the ground. Like a million elephants or silverback orangutans, you can't stop a train. Who wants some? Don't come unprepared. I'll be there, but when I leave there, better be a household name. Weatherman telling us it ain't gon' rain. So now we sitting in a drop top soaking wet, in a silk suit trying not to sweat, hitting somersaults without the net. But this will be the year that we won't forget. 1999, anything goes. Be what you wanna be, long as you know consequences are given for living defenses. Too hot to jump in jail, too low to dig, I might just touch hell. Get a life, now they on sale, then I might catch you a spell. Look at what came in the mail. I'm scared as my arm and hammer. So go grill and a baby mama. Black Cadillac and a pack of pampers. Stack of questions with no answers. Cure for cancer, cure for AIDS. Make a nigga wanna stay on tour for days. Get back home, things are wrong. When not really, it was bad all along. Before you left ass up to a ball of power. Lost at 1,000 miles per hour. Hello ghetto, let your brain breathe. Believe there's always more. Don't pull the thing out unless you plan to bang. Don't leave the bang unless you plan to hit something.
Traces on, did you ever think of pimp rock a microphone like that? There, boy, we still stay street. Big things happen every time we meet. Like a track team, crack team, die to geek. OutKast bumping up and down the street. Slam back, Cadillac by 5, nigga D, 75 MCs, freestyle to the beat. Cause we get crunk, stay drunk at the club. Should've bought an ounce, but you copped the dub. Should've held back, but you throw the punch. Supposed to meet your girl, but you packed the lunch. No D to the U to the G for you. Got a son on the way by the name of Bamboo. Got a little baby girl, 4-year Jordan. Never turn my back on my kids for them. Should've hit it, rag top. Before you re-up, get a laptop. Make a minute for yourself, boy, set some goals. Make a fat dime out of dusty cold. Reckon number 4, but we on the road. Hold up, slow up, stop, control like Janet. Planet, stay on it's only a moving like floor, come straight to Florida. Lock all your windows, then block the quarters. Put it up on bail, cause the weapon's in order. Like a 3-piece fist before I cut your daughter. Your kiddo talk a bell, then I hit the border. Pity pat rapper trying to get the 5. I'm a microphone fiend trying to stay alive. When you come to ATL, boy, you bet not high, cause the Dungeon family gon' ride.
Don't pull the thing out unless you plan to bang. Don't leave the bang unless you plan to hit something. Unless you plan to hit something.
brought to you by the letters MFN.
Killed it on that art on that.
Yeah. Hey, listen, man. The voice you heard at the end. These letters. You know, this song is brought to you by the letters MFN. That is Ace Wonder's oldest son, dude.
Nice.
When he was a little boy.
He's a grown man, huh?
Yeah, his voice didn't drop. He's starting to get facial hair and shit now. Just like, you know what I'm saying?
Damn. All right.
You know, it's crazy. Like he's always like, Uncle Will, you gotta let me re-record it. I'm like, no, man, we're gonna keep the kid voice, okay? I'll have him record it in his current, more mature voice, and then just pitch it up so he still sounds like a child. Yeah.
All right.
Whenever we're doing a whole project with me and TeamMFN and our head songwriter Cole Love. We're writing and producing Nivea's entire album for her right now. The album is pretty much done now. And Niv has told me many times, and she's like, she typically does not like when producers send her beats that got tags on them, but she loves albums because Ace's son sounds so adorable on the beginning.
Nice,
like for real. Yeah, so I think that's pretty cool. So I'm like, yeah, man, this is it now. Like your voice that is forever your voice now on the track as a child.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I love it.
Also, Dragon in the West sent us a super chat. He was like, in response to me saying, like, why do all, like, when you're watching all these fantasy movies and TV shows, why is it that everybody either sound like they're from the UK, or they sound like they always got British accents and Scottish or Irish accents and New Zealand accents and shit like that? Why can't they sound like they from West Memphis? Dragon in the West says, all the orcs in my D&D campaign have Texas accents. I would love it if all the orcs and Urukai sounded like Stone Cold Steve Austin. I think that's dope as fuck.
What?
I would love to see that shit.
What?
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get on here. We're gonna kick some elf ass. Give me a hell yeah. They sitting up there cracking goblets of blood and shit.
Yeah. Stomp a mud hole in their ass.
Listen, I would love to watch an orc stomp a hobbit to pieces, bro.
Jackass.
Climb up a tree, double middle fingers.
I'd pay to see that.
Yeah.
I'd pay to see that. Yeah. No, I'm with it. Long as the music hits when they come out. But
for sure. Yeah, like as soon as they take the battlefield, they don't even got, like, instead of having like orcs playing the drums, they just got one orc that just breaks glass, bro.
Yeah, you just hear glass breaking, and here they come.
That's all you need. That's right. All right, what's the next album?
All right. So, as y'all know, we are talking about really good albums with terrible, terrible album art. Mm-hmm. So, we'll keep it going, and we're going to go with one of my picks right now, which is Kendrick Lamar's Damn.
I think I heard you talk about this once before.
Yeah, absolutely. Love this album. One of my favorite Kendrick albums. Like, top to bottom, I do not skip a track on this album. But what the fuck are we looking at? Why this? What
is it about the Damn album? Tell me, like, what is it that you find so off-putting about this?
It looks completely unfinished. And that picture looks like a filler picture. Like they're waiting to get the actual picture of Kendrick they want to use. What is the face he's making? What is he trying to do? I don't understand. And I don't understand why Damn is so hard to read at certain angles. It just doesn't do anything. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get
Kendrick
what's
Lamar
happening in any of this.
Okay. So Wikipedia has a write-up about the artwork of this project as well. It says, April 11th, 2017, Lamar revealed the cover artwork for Damn. The album cover was designed by Vlad Sepetov, who created the album covers for Lamar's last two projects, The Pimple Butterfly and Untitled Unmastered. I never thought that Untitled Unmastered album as an actual Kendrick album.
It was all
Like
new stuff.
I always think about it as just like an unreleased just a release collection of random songs. I never thought about it as a project. You know, we need to come back to that in a second. Sepetov described Damn's cover as loud and abrasive and not uber political like To Pimp a Butterfly, but it has energy. Sepetov goes on to say that the decision to put the parental advisory sticker in its unconventional position was so it could be part of the design instead of an afterthought. Billboard listed the cover as one of the best of 2017, dubbing it both memeable and memorable. Monty, your thoughts?
No. That is an artsy way to cover up that I did some shitty design. Mm-hmm. That's all I heard right there. It is none of those words. He used a bunch of words, but he wasn't describing that.
Wait, good. Put the cover back on the screen. He said he wanted it to be loud and abrasive, but not political.
Stop right there. Loud and abrasive. Let's look at this. What the fuck is loud and abrasive about this? Kendrick looks like he's about to pass out or take a nap. Mm-hmm. And Damn is just up there big and red and unfinished. I don't mind. I get the design concept of going out of the borders and everything, but it looks unfinished.
Okay.
But what's loud and abrasive about it? There's no loud, there's no abrasive.
Yeah, I'm actually not a fan of the font, and there are lots of album covers that, and this makes me think about like some of the Kanye album covers, right? Where it's like they go super artsy with the cover, right? Yeah. And I'm like, this must be like a high level of art that's so high, I don't get what it's supposed to be.
Then it's bad art, Hannibal. Like people, here's my thing with art, and I just want to break this down real quick. People always go I don't understand the art. I don't know what I'm looking at. I don't know what I'm seeing. That means you're looking at bad art. Because every artist's purpose is to convey a feeling or an emotion or make you feel something. You're supposed to look at that piece and feel a thing. It's as Ace Wonder brought up earlier, it's like having to explain the joke. You should never have to explain your art. People should walk up to it and go, oh my God, that's that. I feel this, this, and this. That's what I was trying to do. I hit the mark. That's art. There's no higher level to it of understanding. You don't have to be a certain level of intelligence to understand good art. You just have to be human and feel things if the artist did his fucking job.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because like our head songwriter Cole Love often says very similar things about art when he's speaking about music and being able to tap into feelings, like having the listener be able to tap into certain feelings. Like when they hear the song, they should get what the song is when they hear it, as opposed to you having to explain to them what the song is.
Yeah, and you should never have to explain your art. Music is y'all make art too. You should never have to explain your art. Your job is to convey your emotion through your art.
Juma P said it's like gangsta off the wall. You know, listen, they got it in the red font because, you know, he's a blood. You know, he's supposed to, I think Kendrick is supposed to be blood. I don't know if he's Pyru or not, but I think I'm pretty sure he's a blood. You know what? I don't know what his gang affiliations are, if any. I thought he leaned red, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah.
I've never liked that font, right? It just seems,
it's just Times New Roman.
Yeah, it looks cheap.
Yeah, it's because it's Times New Roman.
Yeah, it looks cheap to me. Like this cover has always looked.
It might be Garamond.
I just always looked cheap to me.
No, Garamond looks a little less cheap. The curves are smoother. That's Times.
Okay. This nigga Monty. I mean, this you people Monty is a fucking font expert in this bitch.
But no, look, check out the track listing on this. This is a great fucking album. Like, look at this, great. Even after U2 snuck its way onto everybody's iPhone, U2 also snuck its way onto Damn. That was great. But that art, come on.
Yeah.
Like, to me, this is one of Kendrick's best. But
this album is incredible. I don't think any of us. Look, there are very few of us that would challenge that this album is not great. This album is perennially considered, like, it is critically acclaimed and it made a lot of money. Which is funny because I remember when this album came out and there were like Drake fans. No, not this album. I was thinking about Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Never mind.
Yeah, but
Malcolm Little says this album was mid as fuck, overrated. Like I said, there's always one, but the fact that the other 99% is like, nah, man, this album is incredible. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, Malcolm Little is wrong, but that's okay.
Hey man, everybody's entitled to their wrong opinion. Some people think this album is mid. Some people think the Thriller cover is trash. It's just, just these like that sometimes. We all have bad thoughts. Like there's always like we all have a thought that we feel and believe that nobody else agrees with. And it's just and that's fine. All right. Sometimes you just be like, you know what, 2 + 2 is yellow, and you're not gonna change my mind. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You stupid, but it's all good.
Oh, just like that? All right.
It's just like, hey, it happens to everybody. Everybody's got something that we stupid about. Okay, and so it's all good.
The Thriller cover is bad.
And look, just to be clear, right? Like ignorance is like, hey, I don't have this information. Stupid is like, oh, I got the information, I just don't get it. Stupid. There we go. That's all.
All right, I see what you did there. Ace One, you got any thoughts on...
Malcolm Little agrees with you. He says the Thriller album is trash, too. The Thriller album cover is trash, too.
Yeah, he can be right sometimes. But, Ace One, you got any opinions on Damn and the album cover?
I love the album. Never really seen the cover, to be honest with you. Up until this point. I don't get anything from it, good or bad.
Yeah. But he's wearing a shirt, so...
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a plus.
Yeah, his nipples is covered. Unlike the other 2 covers you picked. It's like this one is bad because I can see his nipples. This one is bad because I can see his nipples. I can't see Kendrick's nipples. I don't got a problem with this one.
All right. Well, with that being said, we're gonna go with another one of Ace Wonder's other picks. Devin the dude. Check this out.
I know this cover.
No nipples.
Yeah, but like the nipples is, but he's still shirtless, and even though we can't see his nipples, I still,
they're implied.
Yeah, honestly, he's probably naked because he's sitting on the toilet.
Oh, he's definitely naked.
Yeah,
that's
not
just dude. He's that kind of dude.
Yeah, like he's not sitting there shirtless, but then he got his pants on, sitting on the toilet. You know what I'm saying? Like this dude is completely naked, smoking a Newport, maybe Marlboro, while reading the paper. For sure.
And I haven't listened to this album in its entirety, but wait, no, I want to hear what Ace has to say about it first.
I enjoyed this album when it came out. It was like a Houston vibe, man. Yeah. And I was just kind of getting into that at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it wasn't necessarily an introduction, but it came about at the right time, and I thoroughly enjoyed this album.
Yeah.
But that cover always kind of just caught me off guard. Kind of reminded me of like a Millie Jackson album cover.
Yeah, it does kind of have a Millie Jackson kind of like nastiness to it. For sure. It's got like dirty old man ballroom energy, and he was a young man when this album came out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no,
but this is a dope album though. This is a very dope album. Like this is like Devin the Dude did his thing on this project. I always felt like if you had to introduce somebody to Texas music, right? If you had to dip a toe in Texas music, and you didn't want to go as far as like giving them like a UGK album or some chopped and screwed shit, like you don't want to go as far, you don't want to go that far in before you let them dip the toe. You just be like, hey, just give them a little taste of Houston. Then this Devin the Dude project.
I can hear that. Like I like Devin. I like Devin the Dude. But this album, I only know a couple songs, Sticky Green and I Can't Quit. Those 2 tracks I fucking love. I have not listened to the rest of the album though, but yeah, and I've heard him on featured on other shit and everything. Love him on everything I hear him on. But yeah, I see what you mean on this album. I actually like the concept. I would keep that image, but I'd arrange the text better.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay. Like I have a problem with I don't like that the dude is the same color of doo-doo. And it's like dude.
Wait, what is your doo-doo look like? Why is your doo-doo
it's
red? You need to go to a doctor, Hannibal.
Yeah, I said that. Oh, wait, look, on my screen it looked brown.
Oh, all right.
So it's like, yeah, so it's okay. So it's like, it looks like it on my screen, the shit looks brown. Okay, so it's red. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So apparently he was drinking beet juice all day.
Yeah,
and
we got a medical
shit.
emergency, man. We got to end this show. I'm gonna get you to urgent care up the street.
Like my biggest issue is that the toilet paper is hanging the wrong way. Okay, the toilet paper is hanging in the incorrect fashion. That's my biggest issue.
That is the correct way for toilet paper to hang.
That is the incorrect way. That is wrong. That is the way that our slave masters had their toilet tissue, Monty.
Toilet paper hangs over.
After we got freedom, we started going, under, not over. Okay, you don't go over roll, you go under the roll.
Under is how when you yank it, all the toilet paper just flows onto the floor. If you yank and rip over, you get clean tears.
That first off, that yanking technique is the same both ways. If you pulling so hard that all the toilet tissue, doesn't matter if it's under or over, okay? Like, over is the way that our masters had their toilet tissue. That's why we go under, okay? When they go high, we go low, okay? When they try to do this, we kick them in the nuts, okay?
Yeah, look,
that's how it's supposed to go.
First off, I never had masters, but every time I've yanked the shit, when I do it from under, toilet paper all over the floor. When I do it when it's over, clean tear. Right on the line.
No Petty Patty says Hannibal TP goes over, not under. No, I'm sorry.
Thank you.
No,
who said that?
Yeah, Petty Patty.
All right, look at the troll getting it right. Look, even the troll, Hannibal.
No, that's my biggest issue with this album cover is that part. It's just like, the toilet tissue is facing the wrong direction.
Even the troll knows. Ace Wonder, how does your toilet paper go?
I don't even keep my toilet paper on the roll. I take it completely off.
There it is.
Savage.
There you go. Fight oppression, brother. Fight oppression. Okay. Don't let the white man tell you how to wipe your ass. Okay, you wipe it how you want to wipe it. That's right.
That's shit paper. I don't need a special thing for that.
That's right.
Put it right there.
I was sitting over here thinking, man, I hope they don't ask me because I sure don't have to.
I'm just trying to say, man, like, listen, how do you bowl? Underhand or overhand? Okay. So if you bowl overhand, why is you wiping over? Like, if you bowl underhand, why are you bowling? Why are you wiping over? That don't make no sense. It's dumb. It's a dumb way to do it. Monty been hanging around these,
No, I'm telling you, I'm doing it right.
Promise is not.
Look, that is the way that God intended it. It's in the Bible. Look it up.
Nigga, you atheist. What do you mean?
You weren't supposed to remember that.
He was like, God said you're supposed to do that. Shut up. Unbelievable. Toilet paper. Under. It's under. Okay? Look at y'all. Oh, y'all. I'm mad at y'all. 83% over. Y'all just Petty Patty. Going over puts the extra leverage on the bottom of the tail for a clean yank and no unraveling.
Thank you, Petty Patty. Thank you, Petty Patty.
Because it's science. No.
Yes. You got to use two hands if you want a clean tear when it's going under.
The token black man says toilet paper is for queers. # my dad says that's for pussies. There you go. And you know what? Listen, I don't even really believe it. I'm part of that bidet life. Okay, I got bidets on all my shit. Okay, I fucking take a shit, fucking spray my booty hole clean, go sit on a white couch. Can you do that, Monty? Are you confident enough, huh? In your overhand slave paper, huh?
All right.
You can't be sitting naked on no couch. That's how you end up on one of these lists, one of these albums.
Yep. Watch out, somebody's gonna take a picture.
TeamMFN presents.
That's a whole different Rick James skit. Like you go by Eddie Murphy house, take a shit, and then go sit your ass on his couch after, talking about fuck your couch, you people fuck your couch. He just sitting on your couch grinding from left to right. Just got all his chocolate starfish sitting all on your nice white couch. Ah, I don't like it. Not a fan. All right, what we got next?
All right. Album? So the next one is kind of fun because when I was gathering everybody's album covers and I compared Ace Wonder and Hannibal's list, trying to put everything in order, y'all both picked one album that was the same. And it was Juvenile's 400 Degreez.
Yep, there it is.
Love the album.
So, Ace Wonder, Hannibal, go. Tell me about it.
Man, when this album came out, it's almost hard to put into words. Like, being from New Orleans, Juvenile releasing this album locally first. Right?
Yeah.
It was the biggest album in the city, right? How was playing on it was like 3-4 songs playing on the radio at the same time. And the album was fucking huge. Every song was just a fucking every song was a joint you could just put on in the club and girls just start throwing that ass back. But there was one song in particular that really, really made them bust it wide open. Okay? Yep. If you was a real you people, they was busting it open for you. And that song was Back That Ass Up. Zoe, drop one of Clue's bombs for Back That Ass Up.
Yes.
Oh my God, this album is so incredible. It's such a good. So then Back That Ass Up comes out, and it's the biggest song in New Orleans. We are listening to this shit 10 times a day, every day. Girls that I ain't never seen dance before is got their hands on knees and they throwing it back, wobbling in a circle. I was like, oh man. This is how I know God is real and my God is a good God, because look at that ass move. Jesus Christ, this is so good, right?
Yeah.
Then as the song started to like bubble down, right? It was like, okay, it started to run its course. It's been big in the city for like 4-5 months, right? The album's been out 7-8 months. The album is finally starting to die down. Then it came out nationally, and then it was just big all in the city all over again. So then we had us a good 2 back-to-back summers of girls throwing it back, and it was just a good time. It was just a great time.
Thank you, Juvenile.
Thank you.
That was the big deal for me, was the fact that I think this was the first local New Orleans record that got respect, out on the East Coast.
Yeah.
Which some people might not care about that, but I was kind of an East Coast hip hop head already. Mm-hmm. So it was really nice to have an album from home that I could play without having to fight for my life.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, back in the day, Ace and I was those guys in New Orleans that was riding around listening to Nas and Wu-Tang and Eminem and Cannabis and DMX and shit like that. And so we would get a little bit of side eye from people like, man, why you not listening to No Limit? Why you not listening to Cash Money? Why you ain't listening to no bounce shit? Because we listen to it all the fucking time, okay? That's all the fuck we listen to is No Limit, Cash Money, bounce music. No Limit, Cash Money, bounce music. No Limit, Cash Money, bounce music. Like, you know what they're gonna play all the fucking time, and we just wanted something different, just something diverse. It's like how Monty eats Arby's all the fucking time. It's like, hey man, sometimes I want other shit to eat, okay? Can I try Wendy's today? That's all I'm saying. I just want to try something different.
You like that Arby's when you came here though, right? I had your Arby's ready for you, right?
Not at all, man. I got the worst case of bubble guts I ever had in my life, bro. Okay, I took 17 shits in 2 days. It was terrible. I thought I had to go to the hospital. All right. You know, and I had to use your harsh ass toilet tissue that was hung the wrong way. Okay.
According to the poll,
wash my ass in the zinc after eating that Arby's. Okay. Because you don't got a bidet, Monty. That's the issue. Okay. You got an iPhone, but you don't got a bidet. So how civilized are you? That's all I'm gonna say. Anyway, this album cover is ass. Okay, speaking of bidets.
Not only is this album cover ass, I actually hate all the album covers like this.
Yeah.
So I know it's a New Orleans thing, and you know that might get me banged on at home, but I've never been a fan of none of these album covers.
I hate all that pen and pixel. Like every cover that they made, I hate them all. I do. I don't like a single one of them. And this one is just, you know, like you got Juvenile standing over the city, 400 degrees, whole city is on fire, but then you got like God coming out the sky and oh wait, it's Juvenile.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he is God and also the devil. Is this hell? I don't exactly know what's going on here. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Not 0 stars on Yelp. Would not recommend.
Yeah, I'm with you on this being trash, but for different reasons. Like all your reasons I agree with. Like again, I agree with Hannibal. Everything you said I agree with. But I look at it, the design of it again. Whose cousin did this? Because fire him and hire an actual graphic designer. The name Juvenile at the top. Let's start with that. First off, hard to read, and it has no room to breathe up there. It's wedged into the top as tight as you can get it up there. And it's got this weird curve.
They
hard
had
to
the
read.
baby oil that shit up in there, bro.
Yeah. What's the point of the yellow around it? And if you are going to put effects on photographs, people, you can't just say, oh, fuck the quality of the photo, I'm putting effects on it. Use high quality photography. Because I can tell there was a shit ass picture of Juvenile that you thought would just pass because you put some fucking fire effects on it. Stop it. Stop it. And then everything is morphed in. I don't know if you found a picture of the apocalypse that was low res, whatever the fuck that is behind it, and you just fucking brushed out all the shit and put his face on it, and then you put a white dot behind the horrible photography of Juvenile underlit. What are you doing?
Right.
And then you just threw some fire in, and then got lazy at the end and said, oh, it's called 400 degrees. You just put it at a curve, didn't do anything to make it readable. Fuck readability. It's just on there. And then you throw on who's featured on it. What does that say? I don't fucking know. It's in white letters on yellow. What?
And come on now. You know baby don't believe in reading.
Oh man, listen, that's about as close as we got to a what's eating Monty all year. I like that. That was good. I felt the hate flowing through you just now. That was nice. I felt that. That was dope.
Yeah. All that being said, 400 Degrees is great.
Yeah, this album, just for context, this is Juvenile's best-selling solo album of his career. It sold 6 million copies. It sold 4 million copies from November 3rd to December, from November 3rd, 1998 to December 19th, 2000. So in the span of just about 2 years, they had sold 4 million copies of this project. And that's what they sold of the album, not the songs or the singles. I don't even know what Back That Ass Up did. This album was quadruple platinum in 2 years. It is now 6 times platinum. This is easily the most successful album that Juvenile has put out as a solo artist. This album is phenomenal. I think it does a great job of encapsulating it does a great job of telling the story of New Orleans and giving you a very clear and honest vision of what the city sounds like, looks like. They did a very good job. Manny Fresh producing the tracks, Juvenile's bars, the production, the writing, the features, the way everything came together. Like this album, this is definitely a Southern hip hop classic. I don't know if the world would recognize it as such. But yeah, this album is fantastic. So it makes that terrible album art really, really stand out because it's like, man, this is such a good project with such awful album art. Yeah, I didn't realize Ace wanted to also pick the same one.
Yeah, always start with good photography.
I think this might be the first album I ever heard that had the same song on it 3 times.
Yeah.
High is on that album 3 times.
Yes,
the
it is.
regular version, the remix, and then the Jay-Z remix.
Yeah. Absolutely right. Yeah, absolutely
honestly,
right.
The worst thing on the album might be Jay-Z on the Hot Beat.
Yeah, it is tough. And I love this album, but man, this album art is trash. Like, shoot the man that did this. Shoot the you people that did this.
Funny thing is, it was a white dude who did this art.
Oh man, okay, it was white you people did this.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do
And
that.
they paid him a ton of money to do it too.
Damn, white you people. Would that make them?
Yeah.
Can we say wigger still? Is that
Nope.
illegal?
It's you people.
Okay, white you people.
Yeah, white you people.
Okay, all right. He's white you.
That's
people.
what it is. That's what it is.
Okay.
But, like, come on, man. Like, and again, use good photography, people. Please, please don't just snap a picture and think I'm gonna put some effects on it. It's gonna be good. It's not. There is nothing you can do with a bad picture to make it print ready. Nothing you can do. Nothing. Just stop.
Yeah, not a great album cover. Not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, Monty, so since that one was both an Ace and a Hannibal pick, what's the next Monty pick? Is that what's next? Another Monty?
Yeah. There's a Monty pick next. OutKast, Aquemini. Check it out. Look.
Monty, we're gonna fight about this one. Go ahead.
Why are we gonna fight about it? Look at it.
Go I love this album. I love the OutKast album covers. I go ahead. I want to hear what you got to. Because listen, you are the visual artist, right?
Yeah.
You are the painter. You are the sculptor. You are the artist. I've seen this man do shit with crayons and markers that should not be possible. Okay, so I respect your eye. So first, tell us about the great album, and then tell us about why you think this album is shitty.
Yeah, Aquemini is one of my favorite OutKast albums. I love this album from top to bottom. Both parts of the art of storytelling are probably in my top 20 favorite songs of all time. Don't know where they fall in there. Both of them. Just love this album. I hate looking at this album cover. I hate it. First, like, and I hate shitting on artists this much, but seriously, why is Andre a fucking midget? Look at him. Look at his proportions, honestly. That ain't right.
I think you're supposed to call them little people, Monty. You're not supposed to call them
whatever. But look at who squished Andre? And Big Boy sitting there don't like the look of him. I don't like how hard it is to see the Aquarius and Gemini symbols. I had to look for that shit to figure it out. Like, there's too much that I had to stop and study to see in this. I don't like the composition of this. I hate it. I hate every bit of it.
I can't even program myself to say anything negative about OutKast. So I can't do it.
Listen, I love this album cover, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because this album cover is an homage to two things: blaxploitation albums like your Curtis Mayfield albums and your Johnny Guitar Watson albums and your Parliament albums. Right? This is OutKast doing their version of a Parliament Funkadelic album cover, right?
Yeah, and that was happening at that time.
And I like that it's drawn. I like this artist's interpretation of this project. Like, look, I might be a little biased because in my mind, OutKast is the greatest rap group of all time. End of sentence, full stop. Argue with your mama. This is me saying this as a huge Wu-Tang Clan fan. I used to love Bone Thugs and Harmony. The Migos is the shit. Them niggas, you people ain't got nothing on OutKast. Andre Benjamin, Big Boy, like god tier rappers, right? Yeah. Like, they were a large part of the reason that I wanted to move to Atlanta. Because I was like, man, they got OutKast, Goody Mob, Ludacris, and T.I., fucking Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane. I was ready to come to Atlanta and be like, yo, man, these dudes, because it was a different sound, and what they were doing sonically was something I'd never heard before. Now, each project, whether, Southern Playalistic, if it was AT Aliens, they were doing something different. And with Aquemini, I just felt all these dudes was in their bag. This was the last album that I think they did with Organized Noise doing the production. And Organized Noise, did all of OutKast production. They did all of CeeLo Green and Goody Mob's production. But, they also had, other really big hits they did for people. And one of those big joints was Waterfalls for TLC. You know what I'm saying? Don't go chasing waterfalls. That was Organized Noise did that. Okay, this was a production team of like stars amongst stars. And when I saw this album cover, it was like I love how delightfully black it was, and I love this homage that it was to that specific style of funk record at the time. So yeah, Monty, I respectfully disagree with you.
Yeah, but.
You know what? No. I don't respectfully disagree with you. I disrespectfully disagree with you. Okay?
All right. I'm a
your
challenge
whole
that
ass
opinion.
you people. Okay? Yeah, I don't like. You know what? I disagree. Fight me on it. Okay?
I will.
love this
I will.
part. This
I
album
will.
cover is great.
I will right now because your entire defense of that album cover rested mostly on how great OutKast was in their impact. Which I respect.
Said, the words that I said was this. I love this cover because it was an homage to these two styles of covers. Right?
Yeah, that's all you said about it.
And that is what more? What else you need me to say? That's what I. That's what I need
you
to
went
say.
on this whole thing that ended with that. So let's just stick to the meat, which is. It's an homage. I get it.
Phrase that different. Say that different. Say that different way. No. Listen, I will back out of this argument right now as long as you just say that different, okay? Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
let's stick to that argument.
Okay, there we go. Let's stick to that argument, right? We're not sticking nothing to the meat, okay?
Yeah, when that gets clipped out,
Arby's.
put
Monty's
the solid
always thinking
snake
about the
exclamation point noise when I say the meat. And clip the part out where I gave that direction. I'm gonna say it to Andre. Because look at this figure. It's stylized. It's got its own. It's got a unique look and feel. This feels like I get what they were trying to do.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Yeah. It does.
It looks like those dolls on Tales from the Hood, the Diglets that came out and was trying to kill people.
Yes.
That's what it looks like. Yeah.
But no, what I'm saying is I get all that. I get what they were trying to do, but I don't think it looks as good as it could. I don't think it looks good. I think the artist was wrong for this because I believe the same artist did AT Aliens. And I like the art on that. I don't like his art on this. I think his art fails and fails bad on this. There are other artists that could have been hired probably for the same rate or cheaper or maybe a tiny bit more expensive that could have pulled this off better. This does not work. Like, it doesn't work. Could have been done better.
Listen, Crybaby. Look, you know what? Crybaby 4321. Lil Foxy Brown, Pam Grier. I get the throwback. See, that's what I'm saying. Like this picture was an homage to a certain style of black art.
Yeah.
And I think they did a great job of nailing it. Right? If the job was to make it seem like one of those things, then I think they did exactly what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, I think it just looks bad. It looks bad.
First this, not Thriller. Boy,
the proportions are off on both of them, on both Big Boy and Andre.
Monty got some hate in his heart today, y'all. Boy, man, he got some evil in his spirit today, y'all. Oh my God, we gonna pray for Monty, y'all. We all finna pray for him, okay?
Then pray.
Yeah, and look, listen, I love this album. This album is fantastic. Token Black Man said, the art of storytelling does not get the credit. Storytelling Part 2 does not get the credit it deserves.
Yes.
Yeah, the art of storytelling is just a fantastic series.
Yeah, both tracks.
Fantastic series of records. Both songs are great. You know, the art of storytelling Part 2 is fantastic. Skewed on the Barbie, Rosa Parks. Yeah, this album is fantastic. What
is it? Top to bottom. Great fucking album.
Yeah, let's see. What did I'm looking at the album sales. I want to see how it did. I know it was very critically acclaimed. It is largely certifications. Here we go. Jeez, y'all sold some units. They sold 3 million in the States. They sold 3 million. So it's triple platinum.
Yeah, and why the obvious digital flares on it? That the shit might have been fine without the flares. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how to remove them.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not. I ain't finna argue with you, man. Like I said, you the artist. I see what it's supposed to be. You don't see what it's supposed to be.
I see what it's supposed to be. I don't think it works. I don't think it happened.
Yeah, I think it. Well, listen, it got bought 3 million times. It was okay.
That's because it's a good fucking album.
Mm-hmm. You saying if they had different artwork, it could have sold better?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that artwork's bad.
Man, you just arguing to argue right now. What's next? What you got next, Monty? What's the next album?
Next, I got another Hannibal pick. And
okay.
It's Kanye West, My Beautiful Twisted Dark Fantasy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this album. Listen. Yeah.
The Minecraft album.
No, this album art has been digitally blurred. Am I correct, Monty? Like we specifically blurred this out?
What? Yes, because this is what the album looks like. Yeah.
No, there's okay. So I've seen different album covers.
There's a bunch of them. This is the one that mainly they show. But yeah, even the unblurred, still trash.
Yeah, the one. Yeah, the unblurred version of this is like, okay. First off, let me talk about the project, right?
Yeah.
And let me lead by saying, I don't love this album the way everybody else does. Like, what I notice about Kanye West fans or people that like Kanye West music, there are eras of Kanye West music. So if you fell in love with Kanye at the beginning of his career, then you probably, one of your favorite Kanye projects is College Dropout, Late Registration, Graduation, right? If you became a fan of Kanye West after 808s and Heartbreaks, then My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is your favorite Kanye West project, right? And I am not going to negate the greatness of this project because this project is exceptional, okay? From the intro to the very last song, right? It is not skippable. I think Runaway is a brilliant song. Yes, I think the Blame Game, like in its 8-minute piece, I was actually having this conversation with our head songwriter Cole Love the other day on Blame Game, where he's telling the story of what's happening between in the verses, where he's telling the story between what's happening between him and his love interest. Like there's this thing where like he'll say a line and in the echoes, like the engineer would echo the line that Kanye just said, and it would get deeper in tone. So he'd be like, I took her out to eat that cheesesteak, and it was like, and it would get chopped and screwed, and it would get more distorted and grimy and stuff. And it was like, for me as a musician, what it sounded like was he would describe it like it was the happiness that you feel at the beginning of a relationship versus when you feel how you start to feel once you've been with that motherfucker for a couple of years afterwards, right? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, all of that stuff that used to make you love that person that you thought was cute, after a while it starts to get on your fucking nerves. And the way that the engineer was able to create that sound with the mixing was fantastic. There are lots of things like that throughout this entire project that sonically make this project amazing. Like the way it feels, the way it sounds. It had some quality singles on here. All of the Lights was a big single. I actually hate that song, by the way. It's actually one of my least favorite Kanye West songs. That I hate the production on that song. It just sounds like a fucking mess to me. It just sounds like somebody just loaded up the drum arpeggiator on their keyboard and just mashed it down, and all the drums were like, like it's like, what is this? I don't know what the fuck this is. It just sounds like a hot mess. But lots of people love the record, and I'm not here to shit on the record, right? I think the Power song, the beat for Power produced by S1, incredible. Love that beat. I wish I loved Kanye's song as much as I love the beat that he put on that shit, right? But the production on this album is fantastic. The features is great. Monster is incredible. Nicki Minaj gave us one of hip-hop's finest verses, probably the best verse I've ever heard from her in her life. That and maybe like Roman's Revenge, right?
Yeah.
Like,
no, Monster is still my favorite Nicki verse.
There are so many great things to say about this album, despite that. And I don't love this album, but I can objectively tell you why this album is fantastic.
Yeah.
This album art looks like a pickaninny, or it looks like a black person in blackface. It looks like when they used to draw like racist ads of black people in like the 20s.
Yeah.
And then there's a naked white lady on top of him.
Yeah.
Okay, so this album cover is literally ass.
Yeah, it is.
It is literally ass. And for this album to be so widely regarded as one of the great all-time hip-hop projects, right? Not even just a hip-hop project, but just as one of the great all-time albums, end of sentence, full stop. And to give us this, trash.
Yeah.
Trash.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Do you really?
Yeah.
No fucking shit. Get the fuck out of here.
I agree with you.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a shit. All right. Ace Wonder, you got any thoughts about this project? Anything you want to say about this?
I get absolutely nothing from the artwork. The album itself, I think by the time he got to this album, I was basically just picking a couple joints off of every album. I wasn't enjoying these all the way through by this point. I was one of the early adopters,
Yeah.
College dropout, late registration, graduation. So, yeah, I definitely have songs on here that I love, but it's not a listen all the way through for me.
Gotcha. All right. What about the album art?
I don't even know how to give you anything that matters on that. Like, it looked like they're just playing like I'm about to show my age, but it looked like they're playing like Dr. J versus Larry Bird on Atari 2600.
Yeah.
Listen, so Wikipedia has a write-up on this. The album's artwork, designed by George Kondo, shows Kanye West being straddled on a couch by an armless, winged female who has fearsome features and a long spotted tail. Both are nude, with West holding a beer. Bailey, I don't know who that is. Bailey sees Kondo's style for the cover as pop, surrealist, and cubist, portraying various aspects of West's album themes. He also asserts that royal red color is symbolic of passion, love, anger, and of course blood, marked by starkness. According to Vulture, writer Dan Quah, the mythical figure straddling West is a kind of fragment between a sphinx, a phoenix, a haunting ghost, and a harpy. The artwork was done at Kondo's studio after West visited for several hours, and they listened to tapes of his music. Over the next few days, the painter designed 8 or 9 paintings for the album. 2 of them were portraits of West, an extreme close-up with mismatched eyes and 4 sets of teeth. The portrait showing his head, crowned and decapitated, placed sideways on a white slab. That actually would have been dope as shit.
That was one of the covers they used for Power.
Okay. Kondo also did a painting of dyspeptic ballerina in a black tutu and one of the crown alongside the sword in a greasy landscape. He made 5 covers in total, which were all included in the purchase of My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. A second cover that contains a painting of the ballerina was posted on Amazon for pre-order. Yeah, like this is another one of them covers where like somebody's trying to explain to me the high art in it, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah,
and this just could be my artistic ignorance. So Monty, if you got something like when you hear that description of what the artist did and intended, what do you take away from that as an artist yourself? Good job, bad job? Do you get it? Do you hate it? Break it down to us, Monty.
It's the same as what I always say. It sounds as crazy as Kanye. Like I said, art is expression. Mm-hmm. Art is expression. You will get these deep ideas, and yes, some people will see more in a piece than others will. But initially, if you hit your mark, as if you convey that emotion right out the gate to anybody,
mm-hmm.
and you didn't. You just sound crazy.
You sound
crazy. You sound like you're trying to talk me in to eating this sandwich that I know is bad because I know what you put in it.
Mm-hmm. You know it's Arby's because you see it in the bag. I know.
Yeah.
Can't hide the meats.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I look, I myself will get very artsy with shit. There will be some elements of some of my work that everybody's not going to see right out the gate. But the initial job is to convey the emotion on the first look. The rest is for you to dig in and find it. The whole piece can't be dig in and find it.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be. It just can't.
Like this feels like, and like Ace might feel me on this one, right? Like this feels like when somebody wants us to make beats on the spot for them. Well, we have a collection of great things already like started or pre-designed or pre-created that we can build on and add to or whatever. And they're like, nah, man, I want you to make something from scratch. So then we make something from scratch and it's fine, right? And it's like, but is it as good as it could have been? No, not at all. Right. And it's like, and I can see people finding deeper meaning in this and being like, no, because what it's supposed to represent is this and that. And I'm just like, yeah, like my beautiful dark twisted fantasy. When I hear those words, right, and then you show me what looks like a racist ad from the Jim Crow era, right? Yeah. With like the big lip pygmies from like a Disney cartoon with a naked white lady sitting on top of him. I honestly expected Monty to be like, man, y'all are wrong. This cover is fire. You know what I mean? So look, listen. That's what I get. Preconceived notions. I was wrong, Monty, about this. I thought you was gonna like this. Thought you was gonna fight us down on this one, and you didn't. And I'm surprised. And
I always hated
for
this
all the albums that we listed here. When I think of the greatness of the chasm that exists between the greatness of the project on one end and the shittiness of the album art. There is no greater chasm in any of the picks that I made than My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The greatness of this album next to the shittiness of this album cover. I do not like this, and I don't like this album cover, and I haven't liked any of the versions of this album cover that I've seen before.
No, they're all bad. They're all just
I'm not a fan. Like I said, and this could just be that I don't know enough about visual art or paintings in order to be able to express why this is good. But I can tell you as a hip hop fan, it's ass. You know, like as much as people love this project, you don't just catch people walking around wearing My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy t-shirts.
No.
Not like you do in the way of people walking around with a Nirvana Nevermind t-shirt or like an Aaliyah 1 in a Million t-shirt or a Michael Jackson Thriller t-shirt, like, you know, or an OutKast Aquemini t-shirt. You don't see people walking around with the fucking My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy t-shirt. The same with nobody's walking around with a Life of Pablo t-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, like if I went out on a date with a girl and she showed up wearing a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy t-shirt or a Life of Pablo t-shirt, bitch, that's the end of the date.
Well, see you next time.
Next time, first off.
All right.
So first off, I'm not even paying for this meal, bitch.
All right. So I'm looking at the time. We'll keep it going. So we'll move on to my pick. Hopefully, let's see if I got one that y'all will agree with. We're going with Chuck Berry right now, and particularly Chuck Berry is on top. There you go. Look at that. This album has Almost Grown, Carol, Maybelline, Sweet Lil Rock and Roller, Anthony Boy, Johnny B. Good, Lil Queenie, JoJo Gunn, River Over Beethoven, or Roll Over Beethoven. God damn. Around and Around, Hey Pedro, and Blues for Hawaiians. But Chuck Berry is on top. Just look at that album art. Like, why? Why?
The only defense I could give to it is that they probably wouldn't let him put his face on the cover.
Listen, this album came out in 1959. You know good and goddamn well they wouldn't let him put his black ass face on this album cover. Not at all. Listen, they didn't want people to know he was black. They was like, man, these records are selling real good. We can't let white America know. Nobody below the Mason-Dixon can know what this you people look like. They did that shit. Boy. I'm looking at the shit right now. Johnny B. Good was number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. Maybelline was number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the songs all charted on the Billboard Hot 100.
Yeah.
That's a big deal too, because those songs from guys like him didn't make the Hot 100.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You black people. He means black people. It's like Chuck Berry, the man who a great many people feel like was the person that created the genre of rock and roll, right? A great many musicians feel like Chuck Berry is the father of rock and roll. Like what modern rock and roll became that because of Chuck Berry. And yeah, that album cover is ass. Just like I know that in 2024. Top is synonymous with getting a blowjob, sloppy toppy, right? So I would have loved the idea of Chuck Berry is on top with a white lady taking a giant banana and trying to fit it into her mouth. I would have liked it even more if it was one of those like one of those black bananas that you got to hold with 2 hands. I think that would have been dope, but I understand they wanted to be tasteful, with the shit. Listen, they didn't want to offend nobody. They didn't even use chocolate ice cream in this bitch, bro.
Right? Yeah. Keep the brown off.
They was like, nope, French vanilla only.
Yeah.
Vanilla bean, that's it. We don't want it.
Yeah. All right. See, all right. I got one right. There you go. See that?
Go. It was like, could y'all go Neapolitan? We can't take the chance, okay? they won't let us integrate the schools. You think they're gonna let us integrate dessert?
Was that you that told me that black people back in the day couldn't even eat vanilla ice cream, which is why they became butter pecan?
I never heard of that.
People? Yeah, no, it's a real thing. I can't remember where I heard it from. I thought it was Hannibal. Maybe it was somebody else.
Listen, I would love to take credit for that factoid. Man, we need to do some research into that shit.
Black people weren't allowed to eat vanilla ice cream.
Shit.
Yeah, but you know what? That's okay because it's the blandest ice cream any damn way. Okay,
yeah.
We don't even need that shit.
We want some flavor.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give me some fucking. Can we at least put some chocolate chip in that motherfucker? Okay, give me the ice cream that fucked around with the help. That's all I want.
All right. I'm looking at the time just to make sure we get it.
All right. What else we got?
So we're getting to our last of the picks, but also remember at the end of this show, stick around because Zoe's behind the scenes will play after.
Yes. Make sure and like our lovely producer Zoe kicks ass and she busts ass every time we do these shows. She is working her ass off in that room with Monty to make sure that this show runs smoothly every time. Zoe, please play the applause music for yourself, the applause sound effect for yourself. Zoe kicks ass, and after every show, she does a behind the scenes where you guys get to see how she puts these shows together. So take the time, do yourself a service. If you love Hannibal and Monty, and I know you guys do, thank you guys for liking, subscribing, sharing the content. Please also go check out the behind the scenes, okay?
Yeah.
Link is in the description below. Make sure you check out Zoe's behind the scenes.
Yeah. All right. And that being said, like, share, and subscribe. Like, do that shit. We need that shit. Help us. Help this channel move forward. But when I look through these lists, Ace Wonder's pick stood out to me because it was funny. He listed his albums, and his 5th pick was any album cover with shirtless men on it. Like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that?
It's got to be a group, though. Like, that's the real egregious thing, man. It's got to be a group of shirtless men for no reason.
Well, see, I fucked up because I got this. Like, I'm a rapid fire these. Check them out. This is what I found when looking. Al Green's greatest hits. Next.
Love Al Green.
D'Angelo, Voodoo.
Yeah. Punch this nigga in the face. Punch this with you people in the face.
DMX. Flesh of my flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent album. I
The
hate
Doors.
His nipples.
There's your nipples,
Get his
Hannibal.
nipples the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and then Jack Harlow, Jackman. This Tom Jones album.
Come on, man.
What's new, Pussycat?
Prince. And OutKast, Stankonia.
I can't say anything negative about the purple one. I refuse to say anything negative about Prince.
But that's what I found when I did my search.
And you know what? I'm not gonna say anything about Andre Benjamin either. You know, because his hands is covering his nipples, so I don't actually see them. And I appreciate him I appreciate the photographer for catching his angle at a space where it was like, hey, his hands is covering his nipples.
Yeah,
I appreciate that.
All right. Well, like with that being said, I went through and Zoe apparently, because I see it right there in the notes. Zoe, we went through and redesigned some. I did 3. Zoe did 1.
Okay.
Redesigned albums that I thought were bad, and and I fixed them. And first, since Ace doesn't like shirtless men, I took the Stankonia album and went ahead and fixed that for you. Check it out. There you go. It's still Big Boy and Andre.
Big Boy and Andre the Giant.
You got a shirt
I
on?
like
nice.
this. I'd like to point out we need to put this in the merch store, and if people want to get this, as a matter of fact, we're gonna put this in our merch store, so
Yes.
you can get some item with this on there in our merch store. I want to wear a T-shirt or a hoodie with this on. I want to be drinking my coffee in a mug with this album on it. That is it. Monty, you outdid yourself. Zoe, drop one of Clues bombs. That shit is fire.
Yeah. See, it's still Big Boy and Andre.
Big Boy and Andre the Giant. I love it. The wrestling nerd in me loves that shit.
But I fixed it. So and the next one I got, the one y'all gave me shit about, I went ahead and fixed the Thriller album. Check it out. There you go. Huh?
Got that man looking like Dr. Doom in this bitch, bro.
There it is.
He looks like a white dude doing blackface.
That is Michael Jackson
kind of
from
looks
the
like
Thriller
Michael
video.
Jackson, basically, is what you're saying. That is hilarious. That is funny. Yeah, you know what? That also needs to go in the merch store. I can't lie. I need that shirt for Halloween. Okay, I'm gonna go get the white suit and the white suit with the black shirt. Actually, I don't think that's a shirt. I think Michael Jackson is actually wearing like a zip up hoodie underneath his suit.
See?
I heard that before.
Yeah, a zip up suit. You know, yeah, that he looks like what's the Batman villain, Black Mask?
Yeah.
He looks like Black Mask. I like it. You know what? Listen, I have no notes, Monty. Yeah.
And look, Zoe also did the Thriller album art. Let's see what Zoe did. Oh, all right. Look at Zoe.
I like that.
I like that. She did it in Zoe style. All right.
That's fresh as shit. I like that.
That's awesome.
Listen, Zoe, I would get that tattooed on me. Okay.
Yeah, that actually came out badass.
That is hard as fuck. I like that shit. I like that shit. Zoe, drop with a clue bomb for Zoe right now.
Yeah, just so y'all know, that's Zoe's art. That's that Zoe style. Shit.
Yeah,
all right.
I like it. That's hard. That's hard. Okay.
Damn. And finally, the Chuck Berry album, I fixed it too. Here you go. See? Simple. Right there.
I love it. I love it. But I really would like for you to take this picture and then do my idea of the white lady trying to eat a giant banana with 2 hands. Chuck Berry is always on top, right? Just her trying to put the banana in her mouth. That's all I would want. I would just like to see.
Banana.
I would just like to see what that vision would be.
Yeah.
Great job. Great. You know what, Mons? And this is why you have to have this conversation with both a musician and an artist, because we can break it down. We can break down the music part of it, and we can break down the artistic part. Monty made some very strong, wrong observations, and then turned around and was like, and showed us in real time, watch me work. And he did that. You know what, Monty? Good job. Zoe, cue the applause. Good job, Monty. Good job.
I don't think the applause are working because it didn't work. That's for
okay.
her.
I just clap myself. That was good job. You did that shit, man. That's just tough. Okay. I'm a fan.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of it all.
My favorite was the Stankonia cover and Thriller.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that big boy and Andre the Giant. He's great.
Yeah. So, I put somebody with a shirt on him. Sticks.
Yeah. Yeah. But I wish there was another wrestler that you could do like the big boy with, but you can't really do. As I was thinking, you could do it with Viscera, but then that doesn't really make sense. And I was like, because they were from different eras, so I was like maybe King Kong Bundy, but then King Kong Bundy doesn't make sense, And there was no, I can't think of any wrestler named Big Boy. So it works. It's cute.
Yeah,
Big Boy and Andre the Giant.
But we'll get those in our merch store. Will you do that?
Yeah, hard body.
But yeah, there we go. Great albums with terrible album art.
Okay.
Not that we all agree on the good and the bad on all of it, but there you go.
Yeah. Nah. Just real quick, Monty. Can we get this real quick? Can you show the people your shirt? Monty and I were having this conversation earlier, so we're gonna have a shirt off real fast, okay? Yeah. Monty, show them your.
Ace, don't run away. We're gonna keep our shirts on. We're not taking them off.
Yeah. We just we want y'all to look at our shirts because we were supposed to wear shirts that represented our musical taste, right? Yeah. So Monty, show them your shirt.
Yeah, surely not everybody was kung fu fighting. See?
Right? Yeah. Listen, it's a very cool idea for a shirt. Matter of fact, I thought that the first 10 times I wore that on the show, as a matter of fact. Now let's look at my shirt real fast.
All right.
Okay.
All right, show me. Yes. Randy Watson.
Good. The good album. Randy Watson, good. Now, here's the question that I have for you, Monty.
Yeah.
You said I make this shirt look good, right? Because that was something Will Smith said in Men in Black. But then you also said that the most recent Men in Black was trash because of Tessa Thompson. And
I didn't say that's why it was trash.
So the question is, what is it about Tessa Thompson being a black lady that made this movie boring to you? Zoe, go full screen on Monty.
All right. Again.
Did you think she was boring in Thor Ragnarok?
No.
Oh, so you don't have a problem with it as long as she's guest starring, but not something where she's a main star.
No, I never said she was the problem.
No, well, I'd asked you, what is there a movie where a black lady was the lead that you thought was exciting?
And how many movies is the black lady a lead unless it's Tyler Perry?
There lots of them. You could have said Colombiana. You could have said
never saw it.
What was what's the Viola Davis movie? The something Queen. What was it called? Like there's a couple movies you could have picked. There was a bunch of joints with Angela Bassett.
All right, name a couple of
them. What's Love Got to Do with it?
I don't think I saw that.
So, tell me why one of the greatest movies of all time that happens to star a black woman is something that you've never seen, Monty. Is like what is the reason that you never saw that? What is the reason that the Tessa Thompson Men in Black movie was boring to you? Tell me what it is. Was it The Warrior Queen with Viola Davis? Tell me what is it about that movie, or was it Colombiana? Waiting to thank you, Crybaby 4321. Waiting to Exhale, Monty.
Now I mentioned Scandal, but you all right. You know what?
TV show. We're talking about movies with black women as the leads.
She gets more fucking screen time. You know what? You know what?
Y'all finished or y'all done? I ain't got no more talking.
Sweet Halloween and collard greens.